Hard seltzer, man. I'm a fan.
Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, and this week we're starting Unforgiven season, and as I've been reliably informed, this is the second Unforgiven we've ever done.
That's good,
But we're going to do a couple in a row. See, I'm on top of it. This is my job for the start.
Good history, yeah.
Yeah. We're going back to 2006, so 14 years ago. But first, joining me today is the world famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how are we doing?
Yeah, all right.
Lovely stuff. Lou, how we doing?
I'm feeling refreshed, Russ.
Sorry, Lou. No Peters. If you're just going to say, yeah, I'm all right, you don't get another chance.
I've got
Lou,
a bite on my
carry on.
leg as well.
That's it. It's 26 weeks now. You're not going to get asked. That's it. You're done.
Lou, any interesting news? Have you also got a bite on your leg?
No, but I've got a nice kind of hard seltzer.
And what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, it's lovely. It's delicious. I'm a fan.
Well, good. Which have some meat you don't enjoy?
It's black cherry.
Black cherry, yeah.
I've never had it before. It's good. So, but yeah, I'll try and keep my mentions of it to a minimum. But big fan of Mike's hard seltzer.
You know, Lou, keep us posted throughout the show.
Do you know what I've got?
What?
Some lovely Yorkshire Water H2O.
Yorkshire Water H2O. So you just tap water?
Yep.
Of course.
Unfiltered.
You don't filter it. You don't filter your water.
I'm not a Tory.
No, to be fair, I don't filter my water either.
That's because you live in Hull. I had to start doing it when I moved out of Hull.
I do put it in a bottle and keep it in the fridge so it's cold.
Hull has the best water.
I don't just take water straight up from the tap. It goes it gets chilled first.
I'd take it straight from the tap.
You got to chill it. Come on.
Yeah, you got to chill it. What's the point?
My taps make it quite cold though, to be fair. So
yeah, Peter's doesn't use his heating, does he? Peter's only got cold water.
That is true. It's always ice cold in Terry Peters' house. Bloody hell. Right, Peters, how's the bite on your leg? I know you're desperate to tell us about it, so go on.
It's fine though. It's stopped. I've itched it, so it's good. But you might see me just give my leg a little scrat while we're recording. It'll be fine.
So your hand movements look exactly the same as normal. So
you what?
Movements look exactly the same as normal. There's no difference to us.
Oh yeah, my arm's disappeared, isn't it?
Did you have a bite on your leg last week as well? Hard seltzer, I'm a fan.
I did ask Lou to keep us informed about his hard seltzer throughout the show. Terry Peters, if I could ask you to do the complete opposite and do not keep me informed of what's going on between your legs.
Well, I can't because I've just spilt my water on myself.
Oh, it's kicking. Terry Peters, this is a man who is 27 years old.
Nearly 28.
Nearly 28. Can't even look after him.
I think it's because we're recording like near midnight and everyone's just a bit tired, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It is late. But this is what we do.
It's the middle of the night. We're doing this for you guys.
I know, it's 4 a.m.
It's 4 a.m.
4 a.m. somewhere. You know what I mean?
Here, right now.
Yeah, right now. Right then. Do we got any more business to get into, or should we just get tucked in?
How are you this week? Have you improved on last week?
Don't ask him that.
Yeah, no, I am all right. Been painting, so a little bit of an improvement.
At least we got one more task out of him than we got last week.
Oh, actually, I've got a follow-up from last week, just before we get
God.
started. So, you know when I said I was sleeping underneath like what was thought to be a dormant wasp nest?
Oh, yeah.
It turns out the pest control guy missed the nest and it was fully active.
How the hell did he miss the nest?
Well, apparently, you can put it in the wrong place in the nest.
Oh, for goodness sake.
And it does nothing.
So from what I understand, the wasp nest is made up of like loads of little chambers, and what I think he's done is he's filled up a tiny chamber and it's got nowhere else. So he's just killed about 5 wasps, and it's like the rest of the 1,000 are all right.
Yeah.
So
oh dear.
That was my death-defying night in Hull last week.
Well, you're safe, aren't you? And you've somehow managed to get less bites than Terry Peters.
I've got a nice kind of cold, refreshing hard seltzer.
And what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, it's nice. I'm a fan.
So you spent a night underneath this live now wasp's nest, which makes it even more impressive than Terry Peters blocking the ladder. And you've come out with less bites than Terry Peters.
That's true.
What's going on there, Terry Peters?
He's an harder man than me, isn't he?
Do you just have tasty skin?
Hmm?
You just have tasty skin.
No, I was scratching.
To confirm, you do not have tasty skin.
I don't have to. Oh, I thought you said have I just eaten tasty skin?
Well, maybe is that how you got the bite?
No, because it's on my leg. I was scratching my arm. I thought you said have you. Ah, forget it. I thought you just asked have I eaten myself.
I will point out at this point, Toe Peters, you've got
But
that
this is
stupid.
the
You've got
shittest
that,
start to a podcast ever.
well, yeah, also, but you've got that stupid background on, so none of us can see your arms anyhow.
It's 4 a.m. What do you want me to do?
Yeah,
It is.
it is late.
Right, so there we have it. Toe Peters may or may not have tasty skin. Let us know if you think he has. That is gross. No, don't let us know. And if you're considering writing in to let us know if you think Toe Peters has got tasty skin, then just evaluate everything else that you're doing. Should be the last
Even
one.
I'd evaluate that if I had sent it in about myself.
Outrageous. But if you've got nothing else to say, Rue, you're studying some sort of can there.
Yeah, it's a kind of Mike's Hard Seltzer.
What are your feelings on that?
It's refreshing and crisp, and I'm a fan.
But we've used that joke up enough times now. Right then, Unforgiven 2006. Let's get into it.
Ding, ding, ding.
Fuck's sake. Right then, so it took place on September 17th at the Air Canada Centre, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Lou, you may correct me on this. I believe this is the first time we've gone to Canada.
Yeah, sure, why not?
What you
Is
Canadian
the
food?
first time I went to Canada?
Yeah,
Well, it's actually it's the first time I saw a sharpshooter, so that makes sense.
it's the first time we've gone to Canada. Yeah.
Ah, Sully's Poutine,
Oh, poutine's
Mac
amazing.
and Cheese Boutique, Hogtown Gourmet Hot Dogs, Hot Stuff Carve. Oh yeah, Pizza, Draft Egg Beer Kettle, and what's this? Mike's Hard Seltzer. Refreshing and crisp. Wow.
You're horrendous, man.
You're not even getting paid for it.
Lawful you.
Outrageous. So what you're saying then? Thumbs up
Good
for
food
the
options, yeah. Good food options, yeah. Sounds good.
Well,
I would
how
go
is
to this arena. I do want to go to this arena because I want to visit Toronto.
What is Canada's national dish?
Poutine.
Poutine, innit?
What is poutine?
It's like chips, cheese, and gravy.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sounds rank.
Do
Quality
you
food.
eat moose or something?
Chocolate.
No, as in like four-legged animal.
Well, they might do. Some people probably will. Some
Moose!
No, yeah, not
this
not
TNA
wrestler.
world champion. Yeah.
We
I'm sure.
shall have-
Is he the second Moose?
Yeah.
Was there not a female wrestler called Moose in TNA back in the day?
I don't know.
Pass.
Should we have a look?
I remember that was spelled with a U. Maybe she was named after like
Muse.
Moose. No, like
Was it?
Moose is in like chocolate mousse.
Oh right, I thought you meant like Muse, as in the British rock band.
Ah.
Are they British?
Yeah, the British.
Welsh,
yeah.
aren't they?
No, they're from down south, like Devon.
That's
Something
not.
like, yeah.
They're rubbish, whatever they are.
Yeah,
Rubbish,
they are.
right. Unforgiven. This is a Raw only pay-per-view. So we've got Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler on commentary, but we'll more about him later on. First of all, we've got a video package, and it's showing the two big matches. We've got the TLC main event, and the Hell in a Cell, which is randomly thrown in there for us as well. On a bloody B pay-per-view.
Oh, glorious, isn't it?
What do we think of the overall video package?
My issue with it was that it made the X like some right jerks. And it was halfway through the Hell in a Cell before I realised that actually Vince was a bit of a bastard in the storyline. Because the storyline started with him wrestling God. Backlash.
I couldn't work out if that was
All of
before
that
or
was-
after.
All of that was kind of ignored.
Yeah.
It was just DX paid a couple of pranks and then just beating up an old man. It's like,
An old man and his son who came to defend him.
exactly. And the Big Show. But yeah, it didn't really make sense. Like if you're watching it out of context now, like we are, yeah, you just see like a bunch of punks attacking an old man and then getting annoyed when he fights back. Not on. Not
I
on.
forgot how bad that Vince McMahon and God stuff actually was as well, until you just remembered. I remember watching that Backlash and being like, oh my God. It's
Remember,
no pun
remember
intended.
God came out to Brodus Clay's music.
Was that Brothers Clisman?
Fuck is on a roll.
No.
I think it was Ernest Cat Miller's first.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the good music of the
The only real bit I can remember about that storyline is where Vince is in a church
Oh god.
and he does Triple H's like thing with the holy water.
Oh my god.
I just remember that match with God as well, and them just literally putting a spotlight walking down to the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
to Brodus Clay's music.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh.
I mean, I'm sure we'll
horrendous.
cover it at some point.
Yeah,
but
we're going to have to now, aren't we?
Vince McMahon. I mean, that
I mean, the man is a
was going to get
genius.
slighted. It was going to be him, wasn't it?
The man is a genius, but he's also bizarre in his thinking process sometimes.
Oh, he's a flat-out lunatic. I think we can all agree on that.
Oh.
The man's crazy, but in a good way, as we'll get to later on. So that was the opening video package. We've got the first match is an Intercontinental title match, and it was Johnny Nitro who's the champion, and he's going against the newly welcome back Jeff Hardy. Where's Jeff Hardy been? A mysterious 3-year break.
Yeah, that's what Jim Ross said, wasn't it?
2 year
Yeah.
It was a weird way of avoiding TNA, wasn't it?
He's been having tits and ass, hasn't he?
I like how they mention TNA like all the time now because they're not competition anymore.
Don't they own part of it or something now? I could be wrong on that.
I think they just licensed the video. They licensed the video library, don't they? Yeah.
I mean, they did say that when Kurt Angle came back, it was like his first match in like 13 years or whatever. And he'd been world champion like 2 years before. Same with
they ignored his match with Joe Hendry.
Yeah. Outrageous.
An interesting fact about TNA, they were nearly bought by the Harris Brothers.
Yeah, they was. I believe they've got some sort of other interesting fact about them.
Yeah, they both like a nice, cool, refreshing can of Mike's Hard Seltzer.
I don't believe them two would ever drink a nice, cool, refreshing can of apple seltzer, whatever it is.
Apple Seltzer?
Apple Seltzers?
Mike's Hard Seltzer.
Mike's
You can find his website at mikeshard.co.uk.
Please just don't Google Mike's Hard, please. Christ. Unless you're on your own and you're not on a bus or something, you know what I mean?
Outside it, I don't know.
Move on. Johnny Nitro is the champion, and he comes out with Melina. Eminem split up in May, so this is happening in September. Melina, interestingly, is apparently in talks to come back.
She's back now.
Is she back now?
She signed like an hour ago.
Oh, there we go then.
Apparently, I don't think it's been announced yet, but
Melina's back.
Sean Ross Sapp said it. If Sean Ross Sapp says it, you can take it to the bank.
Yeah, damn straight. Yeah, right. I said we'd mention King later on. Yeah.
Oh.
I've just wrote King's uncomfortable. He is, isn't he? It's still
his chair just looked a bit. Oh right, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, it's just a bit too late for this, wasn't it? 2006. Was it? Yeah,
I was thinking that, but I'm pretty sure there was a lot of bikini contests, and this was Diva Search era, and that was.
Oh, there was definitely.
Nobody looked good in the Diva Search, did they?
No. I think this is the point where it was unacceptable that we were doing it anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the rest of society had moved on.
Yeah.
But wrestling Stephanie McMahon hadn't come in and invented women's wrestling at this point yet.
No, and it's a shame really because there's a women's match coming on later on.
Yeah.
Which yeah, it's just come on every time because he goes down as one of the greatest commentators of all time, and I can see that, but it's just riddled with uncomfortable.
He was on about her cleavage a lot. I'm just going to put it out there what he was on about.
That's out the bag now, isn't it, Peter?
It's like Horny JR on Twitter these days, isn't it?
Oh, and AEW like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and that as well.
Christ.
Again, he's obviously rubbed shoulders with Jerry a bit too much, hasn't he, during these times. He wasn't bad, and now he's bringing it out 16, 14, however many years later. It's 5:30 AM, give me a break.
Yeah.
It is late.
It is late.
Or early, whichever way you want to look at it.
Yeah, I was listening to a guy who had an interesting thing on time, and he was saying morning should always start at 2:00, and because
what?
Yeah, I can't
in the afternoon, right?
No, in the morning, so 2 a.m. And I can't remember what his rationale was, but his thing was you either stay up too late or you get up too early. When does it cross over? So he was just trying to come up with a specific point.
That is true because you can get a late 4 a.m. or an early 4 a.m. can't you?
Yeah.
I think
like right now it's a late 4 a.m. But like say for instance when we were in New York it was an early.
If you'd been asleep for 10 minutes, it's now an early 4 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Christ, yeah.
It's the sleep, innit?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Melina, was unfortunately the subject of some horrendous comments, which is unacceptable. It's really annoying in this though, wasn't she?
Oh, that screaming thing.
Scream. It's the same with the who was it in ECW that time? Bill Alfonso.
Oh, with his whistle.
There's got to be a point where it's like it's not heat anymore. It's just annoying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I suppose though the annoying thing does get heat on them, doesn't it? Because people get that annoyed with them and think, "Oh, just fucking shut up," and they don't.
If you want,
it winds you up more, doesn't it?
suppose it's different on a pay-per-view, but if you're on TV, you just turn it off, don't you? If you're just someone screaming all the time.
Yeah.
It's like when Arsenal play and that woman's behind the goal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, she was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Imagine being sat next to her.
Well, I think I prefer it. Yeah.
She had a match of the day 2 thing about her, didn't she?
Yeah. Ian Wright was there, probably.
Isn't that was maybe I think during the weird point where he didn't wear the BBC at all?
Yeah, he was presenting Friends Like These.
Yeah, that was a top show. That was an absolute top show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's good times.
Good times, I'd buy all. But yeah, Melina was really annoying. And to be fair, she did get knocked off the apron towards the end. She's then there at foot and ankle. She's took her shoe off. Hits Jeff Hardy with it. Nitro wins by pinfall. 17 minutes, this match.
What is in that shoe?
I think it was the heel, wasn't it? If you get clobbered with a heel, what's going to wear? I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a good old shoe spot. Yeah, for quite a bit, don't they?
Yeah.
Classic
I didn't realise it
heel.
went on 17 minutes. It didn't feel
17 minutes.
It didn't feel 17 minutes to me.
I thought this pay-per-view in general flew by for me. Absolutely flew by.
There was
Apart from one match, which is coming up soon.
I don't know which one you mean. I genuinely don't. But we'll get to it, I guess.
We'll get to it, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think this match was a bit too long.
Just give it
Especially
to
because-
Jeff. Just get Jeff winning straight away. Intercontinental title.
Yeah, because he wins it
Yeah.
on Raw later on.
Yeah,
like a week later.
they traded like 3 or 4 times, didn't they?
I think so.
I mean, did they have a ladder match in London or somewhere in the UK?
I don't know, but I imagine I want to see that.
Yeah, they had a ladder match, and I remember Jeff Hardy winning it because he actually pinned him underneath the ladder when he climbed up.
Oh, right.
They've,
Oh,
got,
so-
they've got good chemistry, these two, anyway, I think.
Yeah,
I
and then
just-
it's formed into the tag feud, didn't it? Eventually.
Oh, did it really?
When Murphy got
it's-
his face imploded.
Yeah, there was that ladder match, and they had the match at ECW December to Dismember, which we'll get to.
Oh,
In
yeah.
December.
Yep, good,
Was that
good call.
2006?
2006, yeah. Oh, that was
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just think 17 minutes was a bit long for the first match, and especially the Randy Orton match later on could have done with it. A couple of
Yeah,
minutes
I see where you're
shake off
coming
either
from.
side.
Yeah,
But
but the
I-
Randy. Oh, we'll get to the Randy Orton match, but I like the fact that ended when it shouldn't have, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But having
I-
said that, Terry Peters, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good opening. It went, like I say, it went on a lot longer than what I was expecting as well for an opening match, so no problem for me, really.
Lou, would you echo Terry Peters' thoughts?
I enjoyed it, but just give Jeff the belt.
Yeah,
They,
that's the
they,
only
they were
thing,
giving
give it the
fans
belt.
so much on this pay-per-view anyway that one more, just, do it.
He'd only come back in August, so
Exactly, just put the belt on him straight
Yeah,
away.
give
Rocket
him a
strap
good
him.
start.
give it. There you go. So that's the opening match, Intercontinental title match. We then go and see Teddy Long in the crowd. He makes a few appearances, doesn't
I
he?
love
Say
how
hello.
He's completed the most screen time of anyone, but doesn't do anything.
Just sat there, not being able to watch any wrestling because
Just-
he's going to be watching on that big screen.
He's got a box. I don't know why you'd want a box because you're ringing miles away, aren't you?
That's what I mean. You can't see anything, can you? It's pointless.
It's
What?
bad business for WWE. They've just not sold the entire box, just so they could have some shots. And Teddy Long just sat on his own. You'd at
And-
least
and
put like
then
the
the two-
SmackDown roster up there, wouldn't you? or something?
two
Just,
boxes
he's
next
got
to
a few
him
people with him.
The two
You know what?
boxes next to him were empty as well, weren't they? So there's
You
three
know-
boxes they've not sold.
Yeah,
Have a
Charlie,
camp
right?
or something, like,
Well,
you know?
maybe they didn't sell any boxes, but Charlie, if I had a box and loads of people around, and WWE came to me and said, not during any matches, but after a few matches, if you could just come inside and Teddy Long can stand outside, I'd be like,
No, they might-
of course,
they
I
might-
get to watch the full pay-per-view with Teddy Long.
Yeah. No,
Hello,
but
hello, hello.
Teddy Long might just big sound him though, just not talk to him.
he looked dead chuffed to be there, doesn't he?
He did. He was having a great time. I'll tell you.
Especially
I
before the
don't
main
believe
event.
Teddy Long has got a bad bone in his body.
I miss Teddy Long this year because he never got too involved in the storylines, did he? Up until the end, where he's having that weird thing with his ex-Hannah or someone. I don't know. Then he got a bit weird. And he was Booker's assistant, but then he wasn't Booker's assistant, and they all got a bit weird.
Is he not
Really
married to Crystal or something?
Was it Crystal? It might have been Crystal.
He was married to her, wasn't he?
Yeah. Who then got married to Bobby Lashley, but didn't actually get married to Bobby Lashley.
She was married in real life.
No, he was married on pay-per-view, but just in real life they were just a couple apparently.
Right.
And obviously Bobby in the end married Lana, which
Yeah, he did.
is he still married to Lana?
Yeah, he's just sacked her off, hasn't he?
Did they get divorced? I can't remember.
I don't think
No,
he got
no.
divorced. He just doesn't stay at the back.
Who
I
So
think
knows?
they're
she's- I
technically,
think she's-
in kayfabe terms, they're technically still married, is what we're saying.
Yeah, but I think she's going to get written off TV because did you see the Samoan drop?
Yes, through the
She
table.
got put through a table with a Samoan drop by Nia Jax. She's getting written on TV, 100%.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's who she's really married to. And if that's the reason why.
Yeah, because she's really married to Lashley.
Yeah, he didn't want her around.
You don't want her around. It's
So,
doing a hair business.
so they had Teddy Long in the crowd. We then go and see Matt and Jeff backstage. Matt's basically saying, "Don't worry, Jeff, you did all right."
Was this the first time they were on TV together?
Yeah,
I think so, because he's at Matt SmackDown.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's he doing there?
Who knows?
Because they were Teddy Long, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Teddy Long's got to bring some back. Yeah, he's there with Teddy
Protecting
Long.
Taylor, isn't
He said, "Whoa, player, you ain't coming in the box unless you go one-on-one with the Undertaker."
Yeah.
so wait outside.
he? Followed with a tag team match.
So maybe Teddy Long is a big timer.
That could be, yeah. Just big time the entire roster.
I threatened him to go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
Oh, outrageous. So they're speaking backstage, and there's a Team Extreme reunion. Lita turns up, pretty much just slags them both off, calling them losers.
I don't know if these lot are getting on at this point, because obviously Matt Hardy and Lita and Edge all get on now, don't they? So I don't know if Lita and Matt Hardy are getting on at this point or not.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Mm.
Was that 2005?
It's only a year after, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because it just seems a bit awkward still, doesn't it? To do
It
this
felt
sort of
awkward,
stuff.
that promo, but I think Lita didn't deliver it particularly well.
No. Well, she
Right.
stuttered one of her lines, I think, didn't she, as well?
Yeah.
Also, you want it to feel awkward because that's his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're going to
But I
have an awkward promo, well, that's probably the
think-
time to
But
do it.
it didn't lead anywhere. That's why I know it's getting heat on Lita, but what's the point? There was no storyline with them three after because she was gone a month later.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They like to do them things, don't they?
They do a lot of teases backstage at Dolly anyway, don't they?
Yeah, like the Finn Balor one with the Good Brothers.
Yeah, and fucking JBL recently with Keith Lee. Where did that go? Absolutely nowhere.
Would you love Keith Lee even more if JBL was his manager?
That'd be insane, actually.
How would you put that?
I think I'd book it. I don't know how you do it.
Well, it's something to think about, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Vince, if you're listening.
Well, Keith Lee might be turning heel soon, so yeah, JBL as a manager makes sense, doesn't it? It takes some money.
I hope he doesn't turn heel. I hope McIntyre goes heel instead.
No.
I don't think they will, but I hope that's what McIntyre's just a better heel for me.
Yeah, he needs his big babyface moment now, doesn't he? So,
Yeah.
Keith Lee, go on heel, all the way.
Big Keith. Don't you forget about Keith. Hey, there's another one for you for free.
Shout out to Tom.
Big listener. We'll go on to the next match. The Battle of Two Monsters. We've got Kane against Umanga. And he's got Umaga for everybody else that's not called William Regal. And he's with Armando Alejandro Estrada.
Yes, bring this guy back.
Yeah, this guy was amazing.
He's not doing anything. I
googled him.
He's just returned. He returned to wrestling in 2019, didn't he? But he's not. I don't
He's
think
not
he's
doing anything at all.
full time. I think
So
he's
he's not
doing
doing. So Armando Estrada's not doing anything at all at the moment.
Yeah.
Not according to Wikipedia.
Let's get him on the podcast. I'll tweet him right now.
I wonder if he said yeah.
He's changed his real name to Armando Estrada.
Oh god, I've just searched for Armando AK and it's brought up AK-47s.
It's like being back in Riga in that bar.
I don't know his spell. There we go.
He's changed his name to Armando Estrada. But his real name's like Hazeem Ali or something.
It's Hazeem Ali, yeah. He's only 41.
Yes. His his Twitter handle is real Armando.
His last thing in March 2019, he was managing Jacob Fatu.
It was the nephew of Umaga, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did it just say?
In MLW.
His Twitter handle, his Twitter profile says, "I probably won't do your podcast." Hashtag. Haha. So I might. I'll just give it to you anyway.
He probably won't do a normal person's podcast, but the esteemed podcast that is wrestling around, he'll probably come on. 100%. Do you know what I mean? So, anyhow, was Paul Heyman doing his "My name is Paul Heyman" before Armando Alejandro Estrada?
I don't know, because I missed the original Heyman and Brock era. But let's just say that Armando Alejandro Estrada did it first, shall we?
Yeah, and better. Should we say better?
Yeah.
Now that would have been good if Roman Reigns comes back. And when he's signing that contract, it's Estrada sat there with it.
Just started looking real pleased, like, haha. So
I
he came
love
back.
this
So
guy.
apparently he was back in the WWE for 3 years, and he was on TV once, as Tyson's kids manager on like Superstars or something.
Yeah.
And he didn't use him again.
Just ridiculous.
Because I remember he's absolutely stacked, wasn't he? Do you remember he was like a wrestler briefly in ECW?
Yeah, he was. He was mad. He
Yeah,
looked
he
big
was
on his
general manager,
pay-per-view, though,
wasn't
didn't he?
He was just like proper. He took his shirt off. It was proper ripped. It was mad.
Needed to take a shirt off during this. Christ. A bit hot in there, wasn't it, Armando? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what he needs?
Right.
A nice can of cool, refreshing Mike's hard seltzer.
What are you going to do when you finish that can?
Get the next one. I'll
Gonna
probably
get a second can.
What are you going to do when you finish that second one?
So I've only got 2 cans at the moment. So
Just.
But
I'll
yeah,
have
his
to wait for
promos.
Mike's hard seltzer to send me some more free ones.
This guy's promos are so good. I forgot how great he is on the mic. Haha.
Good manager. There's not that many good managers anymore.
No, it's not.
Oh my god! I've just realised it. What he should do now when he comes back?
What?
There should be Akira Tozawa's manager.
Why?
Tozawa's always going ha ha. But
We could teach him. You could learn in the ways of the second half.
Yeah, exactly. How amazing would that be?
Oh, just
Or
thinking
he
out
could
loud here.
He could become a ninja.
No, just during
Oh.
Raw Underground, when it pans to the crowd, I imagine Estrada could be taking bets or something.
That's
That'd
a
be
right
awesome.
idea.
Right, I'll
Well,
tweet him and say, mate, do you want to come on the podcast? We've got a few ideas.
Or like shouting at the wrestlers in the ring, holding big stacks of cash. You know what I mean? He's got that in him, Armando. Right, he's not even. Well, he's in the match, but he's not even in the match, is he? You've got Kane and Umanga. Umanga's undefeated at this point.
5 months.
Yeah, I just after WrestleMania, wasn't it? So April time.
Was his first loss was Battle of the Billionaires, wasn't it?
Yes,
Thought it was.
which is the next WrestleMania. So
Yeah.
because I think the only
Hang on,
started,
Umanga. No, that one is first loss.
Was it not?
wasn't it?
He tapped out to Cena.
When did I
Yeah.
thought
That was
I
at the
thought
Royal
this-
Rumble.
I thought they started calling them the undefeated Umaga from then.
So he had another few months of it anyway, then, didn't
Yeah. He tapped. I think it was the unpinned, but because he tapped out.
They definitely
he?
started
Alright.
calling him the undefeated Umaga
Yeah.
rather than just Umaga. But
Haha.
he's against Kane, and this match only went 7 minutes. And I seem to remember this feud going on for far too long.
I don't remember this feud at all.
I think Kane just randomly attacked him on the.
I don't mind this as a match, though, to be fair.
This first one, but I'm pretty sure they had some very, very.
I'm not suggesting that the follow-ups are good. I'm just saying this. I thought this one was okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Kane having a bad match with another big man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is shocking.
Yeah, ain't going to be pretty, as JR says about every single match where the 2 people are over 6'3".
Yeah.
and it ain't ballet.
Ball and
Yeah.
shoe ugly.
Yeah, Bowl and Shoe ugly. There's some pretty cool spots. They try each other's finishes. Kane then belly to belly, that's what it should be called. Omega.
Twitch.tv/Bell Nation.
Outrageous.
Got it.
Is this guy just plugging a product all night? Is this what he's going to do from now on?
Someone got Ofcom. This is unfair, this, isn't it?
Absolutely terrible.
Get bloody standards down. Yeah, so Kane belly to belly, Umaga's to the outside, and start fighting in the crowd, and the referee counts it out.
I was
And
a
then
bit
they go-
disappointed with that ending.
They go through the backstage, right, and the staging, we haven't discussed the staging, but it looked like someone was going to come back through it.
Yeah, and they didn't. They just went to Gorilla, didn't they, and chilled out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crowd were happy, but I guess if it's the first match of a feud, you got 2 monsters, you're not going to get someone beat, are you?
Nah.
No. I think it's the way it went backstage and no one flung out that curtain there. I think that really ticked people
Well, it
off.
moved, didn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And I
Yeah.
thought, oh, someone's getting speed or something through there.
Well,
There's gonna
what that
be
clearly is someone walking past and just go, oh, God, I've just hit my wall, attempting to bang what they would actually do. Just bang the wall like that, wouldn't they? But yeah, I've just actually hit the wall next to me.
outrageous.
DIY with Peters.
Luke, I'm going to ask you a serious question here.
Mm-hmm.
Was the best part in this match Kane ripping off Estrada's jacket?
Yes.
I like the way the cigars fell everywhere as well.
Cigars. I just love this guy. I honestly thought he was brilliant. Armando Alejandro. I completely forgot about him, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this guy's great."
I believe this is the second time he's been on the pod, though. He was involved in the Regal.
Was he ECW
He was
general manager?
ECW general manager, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, he
And
was.
I think he was ECW general manager while Regal was Raw general manager. So the greatest moment of all time
Oh yeah, he's in that.
at
isn't he?
SummerSlam
Yeah.
is
And Teddy Long. All adds up for all that.
The best 3 general managers in WWE history.
Hang on, I don't know if Alejandro Estrada was a good general manager.
Of course he was. Haha.
He was a great manager, but I don't know.
It was name a better ECW general manager.
Tiffany.
Teddy Long, he did it for a bit. Did he not replace Estrada and said you have to start wrestling?
Yeah, and Estrada was just like stacked, but then he was just an average wrestler. He was a great manager, he was just like an average wrestler, wasn't he? Yeah. It's a bit like when he tried to make Byron Saxton a wrestler.
Oh God. You seen his finish yet?
No, but it's one of the worst of all time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, when you're on Create a Wrestler and you used to be able to create a finisher, and you could just do like a million things. You think you had like 8 slots or something, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And if you wanted to, you could just fill up all them slots with like transition moves before just doing like a body slam.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, cool.
It looked absolutely.
I feel like I might have seen it actually, because I'm pretty sure I've seen like a What Culture or Cultaholic of like top 10 worst finishes, and that was number 1.
It could well have been friend of the show, Z-Man Brian Zane.
Oh, Z-Man Brian Zane, yeah, good friend of the show. Is he a friend of the show?
Didn't we see him? Oh, we saw somebody look like him once.
We saw someone look like him once, yeah. And we follow him on Twitter, so I guess, yeah, he's a friend of the show. Really,
he probably follows us.
I don't know if he does.
I think he
follows.
Yeah.
No, that feels a bit too desperate, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Amando's not replied yet. Neither was Sean Mooney from like 3 weeks ago.
He is for Mooney.
No one's replied to us, actually, ever.
Scared.
Yeah, scared to come on. Oh, Phil replied.
Phil. Don't give him any more shout-outs than he deserves.
No, he gets one a week.
Is that the rule?
Yeah, that's why he listens.
There we go, Phil. Yeah, carry on doing what you're doing. He's going to love that as well, won't he?
That's the deal, yeah.
Then Ted Peters, 7 minutes. What did you think?
For 2 big lads, I thought they were pretty damn athletic, so I didn't mind it.
You didn't mind it? Favourite was it? I would... Second worst match on the card for me. But that to say it was that bad, I was
going to say, it is the second worst match on the card, but it's not a bad match because the other matches are just so good, apart from the one that is the worst match, which is the worst match by a country mile.
I still don't know which one you mean.
You'll know. You'll know.
What did Dave Meltzer give it, Bill?
I don't know, actually. I ain't checked.
I thought this was going to be a thing.
Yeah, he said last week.
I teed him up, didn't I?
Before we started recording last week, he went, my thing's going to be, I'm going to look at all the star ratings and see if I disagree with him.
He's done it 1 week.
He did it that week and he's forgot already.
Right, so the first match, Big Davey Meltz gave it 2 1/4. And this match, he gave 1 1/4.
No, if that was in the Tokyo Dome.
He's a star out, isn't he? He's a star out.
Yeah, he is a star out.
He gets actually. No, I've seen his star ratings. He gets annoying. He's annoying with one of them, but we'll get to it.
All right, okay.
I know which one you mean because I've seen what he's just given it.
Lou, did you find it weird that Kane's getting cheered? Just because, I mean, let's talk kayfabe here. This man has sex with dead bodies and killed his parents.
No, we didn't have a sex with dead body. That was the thing. It was a fake video.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was fine.
Still killed his parents.
It is weird, isn't it? Like when you think about sometimes now when they're like, oh, I think when I was talking about saying the Fiend heel face,
yeah,
the Fiend heel, like the Undertaker literally set his parents on fire, and it's the biggest baby face in the company. Like,
Kurt Angle is a revered legend.
Yeah,
he claimed it was a bestiality sex to somebody.
Exactly. Kane electrocuted him on testicles. And did he not? Oh, was that Snitsky who kicked someone so hard they had a miscarriage?
Yeah, that was Snitsky's catchphrase, didn't it? Wasn't my fault.
He hit Kane, who fell onto Lita, who had a miscarriage, and then Snitsky punted a baby in an arena as well.
I'm really glad that I missed 2002 to 2005.
Also,
if I could have picked any type of time of wrestling not to watch it, I think I picked the right time, just by default.
Also, while we're Kane getting cheated, he also forced Lita to marry him in that scenario.
Yeah, but he was the babyface, was he?
No, I don't know.
No, it was when he started feuding with Edge.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hang on a minute. No, we need to just admit.
Oh, yeah, because then didn't they have like a death do to us part match? Jeez.
Yeah, but then they fired Matt Hardy, didn't they? And then Kane and Edge were feuding.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Wrestling's weird.
Wrestling's so weird.
Yeah, it was weird because I think Kane was meant to be the babyface, and it was Canada, and he still got cheered.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was Umaga. All he's done is beat a lot of people up.
Monster heel, though, isn't he?
Yeah, no, but he shouldn't be.
It's foreign though, isn't he? And that's like in wrestling, foreign is bad guy.
Oh yeah, but the big red machine, he's all right, is he?
It's not a hard life.
Yeah. To be fair, we said all that, but one of the best moments of wrestling is where he's at anger management class or whatever it is, and he repeats everything that he said that he's done in the past.
That is possibly one of the best skits of all time. Yeah.
When's Kane's birthday? We're doing
I have an unhealthy.
We've had a look at this, haven't we?
With Pete Rose.
When
was it? Because it's not. I thought it was December.
It's April. 26th of April. We've missed it.
26th of April. We missed it.
Right,
no,
next
while. Set a reminder when you can't this month.
Yeah, for April we'll do it then. But then move on to Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon. They've obviously got a big match with the Big Show and DX later on. They're really watching themselves beat up DX. Absolutely loving it, Vince, and he.
They're at least watching TV in the right way.
Yeah, that is true. He just loves getting involved, Vince, doesn't he?
This is great. He's just so ridiculous. As a human being, he's just so ridiculous. He is the most ridiculous person on the planet, I think.
He's like a walking cartoon, isn't he?
And he's still like how old is he now? He's like nearly 80, isn't he? And he's still like.
He's like 70. He's 74, I think.
How old was he in this? Because we'll get in the match. I mean,
he will have been by that about 60.
Vince McMahon. Let's have a look.
He is 70.
75.
He's 75. So at this point, 61.
61.
Makes it even more bonkers, doesn't it?
I liked it when Shane was like, the come up with a plan where Vince just takes the pin. And Vince is like, oh, I'm going to do it myself.
Vince McMahon. Later on in the show, we'll get to coming up next is the World Tag Team title match, which is the Spirit Squad, and they're against the Highlanders. Look, This is the worst match on the card.
Yeah, by a mile.
Do you know why it is, don't you?
Because Dolph Ziggler's Who do you prefer, Dolph Ziggler or Nikki?
No, because even the way he said Nikki was just more annoying than the rest of them in their entrance, and I don't know why.
It comes out with a belt, doesn't it?
No, Mikey's the worst one.
Yeah, but do you know what Mikey ended up being?
No.
Trevor Murdoch.
That's not true. He did not become Trevor Murdoch. Luke is completely not true. He was not Trevor Murdoch. But he's like Mikey Morton or something, and he's still wrestling with Kenny Dykstra in MLW as the Spirit Squad.
They're still going out as the Spirit Squad, aren't they?
They're on SmackDown for a bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
2016.
They partnered with Ziggler, weren't they?
Did you two say Lance Murdoch, by the way?
No, Trevor.
I thought you said Lance, because I typed in Lance Murdoch into Google, and that's the stuntman of The Simpsons.
Lance Murdoch?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Rupert Murdoch, isn't it?
Yeah,
no, that's oh, God.
That's Trevor Murdoch's dad.
Right. Carry on, anyway.
He was Mikey.
Yeah,
What's his name? Mike Mondo.
Mikey Mondo or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. They are still going, because I had a look to see if they are still going. And the one they had the biggest total for was Kenny Dykstra.
Yeah, everyone they loved him. He was the only one who came back as himself, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then like none of them have done. Well, obviously Dolph's done what he's done, but other than that, no one else has done anything.
Yeah. I thought they'd split up by this point. When did they split? When did DX stick him in a box?
To Ohio Valley Wrestling. It wasn't too long after this, I don't think.
They did not feud with Rated RKO first, and then they did. Or did they put him in the box and then feud with Rated RKO?
November the 27th.
Because there's a DX Cade and Murdoch feud.
Yeah, there was for a brief period. That was right after this, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
Edge.
November 27th on Raw. They put him in the box to Ohio Valley Wrestling. What a way to bury your talent in one segment.
Yeah, and somehow Dolph Ziggler's career survived. What have we done to deserve this?
The Highlanders, they're weirdos, aren't they?
Yeah.
Scott, they'd only made their debut in July. They was around for 3 years.
So what, they got sacked because one of them went to TNA?
Yeah, on WrestleMania weekend and didn't get his bonus, did he, because of it?
Well, it was a shitty move by TNA when I put him on camera.
Yeah, but you would, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, you would if you were TNA, but it's still a shitty move.
I mean...
They weren't like someone good. They weren't like, oh, we've got Brock Lesnar in the crowd. It was fucking Robbie from the Highlanders. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Right?
Well, Rory McAllister now plays for Cove Rangers.
There you go.
What? Is that just a footballer called Rory McAllister?
Absolutely is.
Nope.
He's got...
Same.
Okay. He was real shiny on this, wasn't he? Bald
I
fight.
genuinely I don't know which one's which.
See the bald one. Yeah, no, because he got repackaged as Eric Rowan, didn't he?
No.
Rory is the bald one, apparently.
Rory, the bald one. He was dead shiny, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but he didn't go to TNA, did he? It was Robbie.
No, it's Robbie.
Yeah.
It's Robbie, yeah. So
I
Robbie
mean-
lost.
Wear a mask like Paige at that time. I remember
Yeah.
Paige going to TNA and wearing a mask, and it was obviously Paige, but because she was wearing a mask, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, because that was when she was Alberta El Dickhead, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. He's not booked yet, has he? But I'm sure he will do at some point.
Probably for the best, to be honest.
Yeah, this match went 9 minutes. The Spirit Squad return after they all got involved, and Johnny hits a Johnny go around. And gets
I would say Big Davey Meltzer's giving this a far too high a rating.
What's he give it?
3/4.
Probably, but I mean, it wasn't a bad.
I thought you were going to say
technical
3 stars then. Genuinely, did Johnny become Fandango?
No.
Is that a different Johnny? Right.
Yeah.
We need to go.
Johnny
We need to go through like where they are now with all the Spirit Squad, please.
Right,
I'm getting confused. Let's get
Right,
them.
let me do it because I've just had it up. Just
One of
bear
them-
with me one second.
I think was Mitch, became an MMA fighter and had one fight and lost.
Was he the guy
here,
who never wrestled when he was in the? There was one of. Was it Mitch who never wrestled?
I don't know.
here you go. So Mitch was released on the 18th of May 2007. Johnny was released at the beginning of 2008.
Hey,
Mikey
no,
on the-
but what do they do
Yeah,
now?
what are they doing now? No,
We don't
not
care
when,
when they were
not when did they get released.
It's another
Where
time
now?
minute were released.
Well, they're all shite, aren't they?
Well, what do you think of where are they now?
Not where they were 12 years ago.
It's not where was they when they got released.
Oh.
That's good. Right.
Right, somebody else do it. Peters, you've been sacked. Stick with your star ratings.
Right.
Hey, they couldn't even do that right.
Oh my god.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, it's only right. So as we know, Nikki is now Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Right, what's Mitch doing? His name is Nicholas Mitchell. He's not. You're not an ITV news guy.
You're thinking of
That's Nicholas Mitchell, isn't it?
no, it's Sir Trevor McDonald.
Ah, yeah.
That's who you're thinking of.
Yeah, he's well, he was an MMA fighter up until 2010. And now he's just not doing anything.
Mitch-
So that's that one. That's Mitch.
Mitch apparently he looks totally different now on this website I'm on. He looks like a cage fighter. He
Release.com.
competing in mixed martial arts or whatever.
Oh, that's
date,
interesting.
you know.
That, yeah. I wish someone mentioned that.
Did you just mention that?
Like literally, the last sentence
You
he said.
interrupted me. You tell the exact same thing.
Johnny is now working for a management consultancy in California, apparently.
No, sadly, you've been ousted by 2 Peters.
Oh, fuck it, whatever. What? Yeah, but when was he released?
And Kenny is now a competitive bodybuilder.
Who's also in MLW.
As is, what's the other one? Mikey.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. And Dolph's and Nikki's obviously Dolph.
That. Because it was that, whatever that was going on.
Carry on.
Outrageous. 9 minutes. Lou, you apparently enjoyed this match then?
Oh, I didn't think it was terrible. You know, when he was, I thought there was going to be something that was like offensive to the eyes.
It was just a long, shitty Raw match.
Yeah, it was just a match, wasn't it? Like looking at the card beforehand, it was the least one, the least interesting, obviously. And obviously it had Dolph, which was annoying.
It would have been good if three of the Spirit Squad members.
If Dolph wasn't there, yeah.
No, he could have been there. But if the Spirit Squad members got sent to the back.
Yeah, because then you got the classic. Well, you out of here! Like,
Which is my
Spirit
favourite
Squad were
moment
the best
of
of that,
wrestling.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
When was it the Spirit Squad got kicked out and it was just amazing?
I don't even think he was in the match, was he?
Oh, no, they did not interfere in Coach's match. That's how he debuted on it. As Coach's, like, bodyguards or something.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the debut was when it was Coach versus Jerry Lawler in a Royal Rumble qualifier. And he came out and interfered on behalf of the coach. I'm pretty sure that's how they debuted.
I'm just trying to look now.
Yeah, they appeared in a Raw match to help Coachman win a Royal Rumble qualifying match against the King
There we go.
by performing cheers for Coachman, distracting Lawler.
What a way to end wrestling.
I can't find when the actual thing is. I don't think it's on YouTube, which is disappointing.
23rd of January 2006.
Is that the actual what moment though?
No, that's when he debuted.
Yeah, they want them when they debuted and they got thrown to the back, was it?
Peters only just starts and finishes.
Yeah, that is true.
You've had when they debuted, when they were released, and that's all you getting, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else is important.
No. Fact.
Do you know what I wrote about this match?
No.
Probably not a lot.
So, go on, yeah. That was cool, I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck you. I wrote meh.
Oh, good, yeah.
That was definitely worth it then.
The suspense.
You've had
me.
Peters, you've had a very poor third match.
Just like this. Oh, come on, it's 2 a.m.
We're going back in time, are we? Or we've just been recording for that long?
Been that long.
It's
Feels
been that
like
long.
it.
We've
Great.
gone back to
It's been 22 hours.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is this?
Speaking of long, let's get on to the longest match of the card. This is
No, it's not.
it, isn't it?
No, it's the second.
Second longest match.
We're talking bobbins now.
Oh, just but by a matter of seconds. How many seconds, Peters? You know you're desperate to tell everyone.
24.
25 seconds.
But
Second
before we
longest.
do that, as we were talking about the Spirit Squad, talking of spirits, it's nice to have a bit of spirit in your seltzer, which is what you get with Mike's Hard Seltzer, crisp and refreshing.
What
You
flavour?
do it.
I've just did a can open now. What flavour have you got?
Got lemon.
Should we have
Let's
have
have
you
let's
seen-
have a live taste. Let's have a live
Yeah,
taste. Hang on, no, because I've just had the cherry, so I'm just going to take a sip of water. Gotta go
Watch
cleanse
it
the
out.
palate first,
Right,
haven't you?
Well, watch it out. Well, this is riveting stuff. This
This
is why you all tune in. Was that sorry? Just to be clear, that was the water, not the seltzer. He's gone in.
Tastes
Is
like
that the
fizzy water with lemon. Not lemon, distinct from lemonade. Fizzy water with lemon.
If you had to compare that to the black cherry,
I should have started with lemon, I think.
Yeah.
not a stronger flavour, is it?
Yeah, I think I should have. The black cherry was good hard seltzer.
What he's done is he's killed his reviews for the second half of this show.
Oh, we'll see if the Mike's hard seltzer want to send me in free flavors.
Well, that's true, yeah.
There we go. You have to get in touch. Right, should we move on? Should we do some wrestling now, then, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah.
Do some wrestling, right?
You can follow him at Mike's Hard _UK.
There we go. Are they a UK company?
Must be.
Fucking clue, was he? Right then, wrestling, that's why we're here. This is Wrestling Around, not Blue Drink Spirits Around, but that is a great bonus show at some point.
What, Lou just pissed?
Lou just drinking tasting spirits. We'll call
I'll
it,
do a-
oh my God, we'll call it the Spirit
Yeah.
Squad.
Yeah, I'll
Well.
do a hard seltzer taste test. I'll
We'll
test them
call,
all.
we'll call it the Spirit Squad and we'll just get
White
to
Claw.
do different spirits.
Brew dogs. Let's
Yeah.
do that for next time. I'll get some more hard seltzers. This is good.
There we go. This is
If
what,
they
this is
send
what
them-
everyone tunes in.
But yeah, they could send them for free like Mike's hard seltzer did. That'd be appreciated.
Yeah,
Shout
sure. WrestlingAroundOutlook.com for all business inquiries. There we go. Right then, this is probably one of the bigger matches on the card, and we've just spent 5 minutes talking about freaking seltzer. So
Hard seltzer.
we've got Hell in a Cell, goddammit. We've got
Hell of
DX.
a seltzer at the moment. That's
Yeah.
single, isn't it?
Hell in a Seltzer. Guys, it's going to get Hell in a Seltzer.
That's the podcast thing. Hell of a seltzer.
Oh, God, are you finished?
Yeah. Well, no, I just started a new car actually.
No, but how you doing?
Yeah.
Move on? Yeah. Christ. Refreshing drink or whatever it is you like to say. So he's a fan. We've got DX, that's Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and they're going against Vincent Kennedy McMahon, Shane McMahon, and the Big Show, ECW champion in Hell in a Cell. This is the first ever handicap Hell in a Cell. It's the debut of the enlarged cell as well.
I have an issue with this.
Well, it's too big.
No, they spent right. So I remember watching this live. They spent the entire pissing week hyping up how big this cell was. Why?
Yeah, that is true.
You expected, and right, also, right, the hype in a 20-foot cell. Shane McMahon is in the match,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and nothing happens.
It took him 10 years
Yeah.
to jump
Yeah.
off the top of one. And they did it
We-
twice
we-
in about 3 months.
Which we
were there.
witnessed.
It was there.
The love of mankind.
Oh, fuck off, Cole. It's smaller now, doesn't it? The red cell, the crimson cell we've got now, is slightly smaller.
Need to ban that. In fact, I need to get rid of Hell in a Cell.
Give it a rest.
5 years.
Yeah, at least.
And then in the 5 years' time, when I don't know, Ricochet is challenging Cedric Alexander. It's like, I don't want to do it in Hell in a Cell. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I would agree with you there. So we've got Shawn Michaels obviously was feuding with the McMahons. He was partnered by God. Desert God was pretty rubbish. So he's got a partner who's bigger than God, Triple H.
Yep, so it works.
So that's how it goes.
I hope we don't have any religious listeners because you're going to get John Lennon. Right,
yeah. I'm just going with the facts.
Yeah. Well, like in wrestling terms, yeah, you are right.
Yeah, in wrestling terms, I'm pretty sure he's 0-1.
Yeah.
So, Big Show was just involved. No one knows why. ECW, I guess.
It just shows that how little they actually value ECW, the fact their champion is involved in this.
I guess they would say their ECW champion is in one of the bigger feuds in WWE.
Yeah, I don't see it like that.
Did he have the belt with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really know I was ECW champ, was he?
I mean,
didn't have anything he could have done with a belt later on, can
he? That's spoil it. Before we get into the actual match, there's there's two cracking mustaches. Who wins? Big Show or Triple H?
Triple H.
Big Show just like he had a hole in his beard. It came too close to the center.
Triple H.
It looked like it looked like he had a sweet goatee and then someone just pranked him by just like sticking a razor down the middle.
Maybe that was the
sake. What's your for, Vince? I gotta go out now. It's like, good shit.
You know, now you've said that, I've never thought that before, but that is almost exactly what happened, probably.
I'm just like, you gotta go out now. And Shane's like, what the fuck happened to you? It's like, no. Vince got me just before.
Old Daddy-O got me.
Yeah, absolute lunatic. So we're
I
saying
love that they had separate engines as well, just because there was just more Vince on his own.
Yeah.
And I was a big fan of that.
Not wearing the vest though.
No, t-shirt. He went through a period of wearing a t-shirt, and then the vest came back like last year.
Yeah.
Do-rag, that was on the boat, wasn't it?
Oh no.
That was about a year after, wasn't it, the do-rag when he got his head shaved.
But he was still involved in ECW. You know. As you said, we said that Vince didn't care about ECW. He was involved in all the big storylines.
He tried. He did try, didn't he? But I'm pretty sure.
I think Vince should become NXT champion.
Maybe. That would because the internet would implode, wouldn't it?
Set the internet on fire.
That would be like 2020. You can't do this. Yeah,
Vince. NXT champ.
I'd absolutely love it. He's been every other big world champion, hasn't he? So
yeah, he's been WWE champ, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't give himself the WCW one.
Just as a fuck you to.
There's still time.
Just to be fair,
it just brings it back just to give himself a championship.
Yeah, I had no credibility after David Arquette and Vince Russo won it. So
no, but you think that he would still want to become the last champion, like he pins Booker T on the last Nitro. Imagine that.
I'm doing absolutely great.
There's still time.
I wish he'd said.
Yeah.
And I wish they'd done it in proper deep south WCW territory.
Yeah, they've done a special last ever one at the Georgia Dome or something, and Vince McMahon wins the championship.
Vince McMahon pins Ric Flair for the WCW.
They're doing amazing. Imagine the heat.
Oh, I'd have loved it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Big Show, I'm pretty sure his next feud after this was the absolutely brilliant, champion vs champion.
He had a brief dalliance. Oh no, Sabu was before this, wasn't it?
Yeah, ECW, SmackDown, and Raw. So it was Cena, Booker T or King Booker, and a Big Show.
Kevin Fedline.
Yeah, he got involved, didn't he?
Okay, Fed.
That was a good stuff, though.
Yeah, that was classic, that, wasn't it?
Just because Booker T was involved. Not K-Fed. K-Fed was rubbish, but the champion vs champion.
And it also led to the introduction of Ron Simmons.
Damn!
Yes, it did. Middle of a Cena promo. So everybody who hates on Cena says he's not the wrestling business.
Brought back Ron Simmons.
To be fair.
So Booker was like, yes, I have heard it. It is one of the greatest rap albums of all time. Kevin Fedline. Ron Simmons just comes out and says, damn, great stuff.
King Booker. When's it? We need to find out his birthday because we're doing a Booker T special at some point. Big fan. Absolute big fan. Maybe we could even do it on Dad's birthday because that's his favourite wrestler.
March.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same week.
So. So there you go. 2 birds in one stone and all that. Right then, back to the match. Everyone just bleeds. This is absolutely brutal. Triple H is at one point even using a frigging screwdriver on Vince.
Yeah, I don't know if that's too much, that.
I don't like the screwdriver thing. Not on
Is
Vince, anyway.
Is it akin to a stabbing?
Well, yeah, this is it, right? Because I don't know. Remember after was it SummerSlam where Braun Strowman was tearing off the ring mat with a knife?
Yeah.
And Brian Alvarez was like, "It was an ODQ. Why didn't you stab the guy and win?"
Yeah.
You don't want to bring those questions in there.
Yeah, that is true.
I think Samoa Joe did it in TNA once. He pulled a knife out in an interview. Yeah, leave that to New Jack when he nearly killed someone with a fork.
Pillman with a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's no DQ, yes, technically you could stab your opponent, but you just don't, yeah.
Where does
it's like an unwritten rule.
Where does wrestling finish and attempted murder start? Because there's a lot of people get thrown from 20 foot, and I'm pretty sure if you did that in the real world, threw someone from a 20-foot building, you'd probably get done with attempted murder.
Yeah, I don't know actually. I guess it's because the other person's consenting. But interestingly, so when I did A-level, this is interesting to people. When I did A-level law, there was a man who got arrested for branding his wife on the ass. And he got like prosecuted for it. But apparently, even though she was like, no, I consented, we're just into that kinky shit. And he still got prosecuted. And I really wanted to ask, like, what happens if you whack someone with a steel chair? But also, at the time, I didn't want my classmates to know that I watched wrestling, so I didn't ask.
One of life's great mysteries, and I guess.
Yeah, I should have done, really.
What happens then, Lou, for the law person, if you don't brand somebody on the ass, and you don't hit them with a steel chair, you pull their pants down and ram your boss's head into his ass?
Can't say we've done it, so I don't know.
Yeah, big
please
Vinnie
nobody
Mac.
do. When you go back to work on Thursday, please nobody do that.
Big Vinnie Mac got his head shoved right up Big Show's keister.
But before that,
And Big Show's little show almost fell out.
Yeah, but before that, Big Vinnie Mac gave himself the old wedge here, didn't he?
Yeah, he tried to make Sean join the Kiss My Ass Club, didn't he?
Vince pulled his pants down, hiked his kegs up, then got knocked down, and he's struggling with his belt on the floor. His pants back on. Well, he's got an absolute crimson mask.
Oh, God.
Shane was the first one to bleed, though, wasn't he? After that ridiculous bump where, like, gets chucked off the apron, and then he doesn't hit the grate, he, like, almost hits a steel bar, doesn't he, in the actual wall of the cell.
The worst one was, and I didn't think it was meant to happen, was the coast to coast, and it nearly rips off Triple H's ear.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But how great was Big Show in the aftermath of that?
Yeah, when
his face just pops up next to Triple H. Like, that was good.
Oh, more shocking news. The Big Show cancelled.
Ah, no.
Yeah.
So,
at least our special edition episode's going to be the first series now.
Wrestling Around viewers, we don't often get involved in causes on the Wrestling Around podcast, but if there's ever a time to start a new wave to fight for what's right, it's hashtag Bring Back the Big Show. Let Netflix know.
We'll tweet it now.
Bring back the Big Show.
All three of us will tweet it now.
Speaking of great facials, after Triple H as well gets catapulted into the cell.
Careful when you start with speaking of great facials.
You know what I mean? Vince McMahon after Triple H gets catapulted into the cell. He bloody loves it, doesn't he?
Vince throughout this is just absolutely classic. He's just an old man who was far too involved. But even at the start of the match, do you think Big Show was legitimately telling him to calm down?
Yeah, probably.
Possibly, yeah.
He
just proper on it, didn't he?
He was like a kid. He was like a kid that's had too many E numbers at a birthday party, wasn't he? Doing aeroplanes on the dance floor.
He
looked like he had one too many hard seltzers before the match started.
Maybe he did.
That's the thing. Wouldn't surprise me if Shane McMahon did that. I don't know how else he could put his body through all that crap.
Oh, Shane McMahon's ridiculous. How good as well did the Sweet Chin music sound?
It did. Good slap on it.
Although,
we just go on, Peters. What did you?
I don't know if Vinnie Mac took it wrong because I don't know if he was then meant to spin round into Triple H. Because he sort of fell to the floor, so I didn't know if I didn't know if he was meant to then spin round into Triple H.
I think he definitely took that wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not got a good record. Not got a good record of taking moves because you've seen Austin stunning for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, really.
Well, yeah.
Go on, Peters.
No, you go. You've been patiently waiting your turn.
That is true. Well, I'm going to go back to the main bit that we all remember of the match, and the only bit I could remember 14 years later after watching this live, Big Show's hit with some steps. Flossing to dead. He's already took his arm sleeve off. So he's got one sleeve and the Andre the Giant style. It's not like he's got now, where he's got the two on. He's took that off, so nips are out.
Thanks for clarifying.
Well, people need to know what happens, because I'm going to get pretty graphic with this next bit. Rightly so. Watch it, please, but just make sure there's no young children in the in the house.
Go on, then.
He's then knocked onto the ropes. He's leaning over the ropes. Vince is like trying to fight, and Shane's been knocked out for a good while at this point, hasn't he?
Yeah, Shane's been down and out for a while.
Pretty sure Shane dies.
Rip.
Yeah, Big Show is laid across the ropes with his behind pointing towards DX.
With his big bum showing.
In what I can only assume was a plan beforehand, because there's no talking about it. They just look at each other. They then whip down Big Show's kegs.
They recently did something to Coach on TV.
Is that when they painted DX on his ass?
Yeah, his ass, yeah. I got a fan on.
Yeah, he did.
Why not?
Big Show, to clarify, did not.
No.
Nope.
But there's an people might know this story, but speaking of Big Show and thongs, when he first joined the company, he was once wrestling Steve Austin, and he grabbed Austin to throw him back into the ring, but grabbed his pants too hard because he was that desperate to impress, and like give Austin the mother of all wedges. Apparently, Austin was absolutely livid.
God damn, son.
When he was relaying it, I don't know, 20 years later or how many years later on one of his podcasts with a Big Show, he was still livid then. Still getting hot. So Big Show wedging people. It's up there. This was also the same people. Steve Austin was trying to say it was weird that Big Show FaceTimed him without his shirt on to tell him about a new music album. Which, I just want Big Show as a friend.
Yeah, seems like a good...
That
episode where there's Rikishi, Foley, and Mark Henry. You want to be in that group, don't you?
Yeah.
On a cruise.
That'd be my absolute dream. Friend of the show, Big Show, obviously.
Yeah.
Saved the Big Show show. Yeah, so Vince gets his head rammed right up Big Show's ass.
And Big Show's little show almost falls out.
You can't fake that, can you?
You cannot.
Still, Big Show then
I know that the focus is on Vince here, but I wish he'd put what was Big Show's face looking like?
I bet he was pissing himself laughing.
Big Show was enjoying it.
I don't know,
but I bet he was laughing at it.
This even says how much more of a lunatic Vince is. So Shawn Michaels and Triple H obviously put his head into the arse, then let go, and Vince carries on. For a good few seconds after he needs to.
Oh, he's getting a good old whiff of the cornhole, isn't he?
He was just into it.
I think that was Vince's idea as well, because I don't believe any of them people are brave enough to say, Vince, what we're going to do is we're going to do the Kiss My Ass Club, but on the Big Show.
You're going to go back, you're going to shove it up the Big Show's ass.
Or do you think he said that he'd do it, and then there's the thing with Vince, isn't it, that he won't do anything that he wouldn't do himself? So like in practice,
shows now. Like with Gronkowski.
Jumping off that thing with Gronk.
WrestleMania, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Segue to Gronk. Is anybody else extremely glad that he's fucked off our wrestling?
Yeah, he was shit.
Yeah, that was fine. Yeah. Killed Roger always pushing
it. Well, yeah, is that a problem? Don't think so.
It is not.
Do you know what I mean? He must get absolutely creamed by American football players all the time. I don't know what position he plays, but I imagine it's a very physical game.
What is he? Is he a kicker? No, he can't.
No, he's a kicker.
Part, isn't he?
I think he's in the offensive line. I know that.
Is he as good as Pat McAfee? Football.
He's a tight end. Gronk.
What is that? I don't watch American football.
It's offensive.
Would he be involved in physical confrontations?
Yes.
Right. So why on earth could he not jump off? He didn't even look that high.
I wonder if he was maybe worried about his American football career, to be fair.
Yeah. No, he was technically retired, wasn't he?
He retired and went back to it, so he got his pay.
But did he know about the thing? Because, it was like a month later, wasn't it? So he must have known.
I don't know. But yeah, Gronk. Do you know what I mean? Good riddance for me. And then, as I was saying, I reckon Vince said, right, when someone's going to get the Red shoved up Big Show's ass. I was like, don't know about that. And he's like, I'll do it, god damn it. He did it backstage.
I just want to shut up your ass.
He put himself in the spot.
Yeah, he loves it.
That's not even the most shocking thing about this. The next thing is Big Show gets tipped over the top. And Big Show is new, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why Teddy Long is in the box and not front row?
Yeah.
I don't want to see nude Big Show.
Good.
Possibly.
I'd love to have seen him on the floor and the absolute panic of the Big Show trying to put stuff back up.
I'd just roll under the ring, I think, if I was the Big Show.
Yeah, you sort it out and roll back.
Yeah. Just go right under there. And then you can sort yourself out, okay? You have to do like Hornswoggle and Bray Wyatt and whatever else.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, Peter's dropped his mic.
Peter's collapsed.
Right. Carry on.
He's sorted. Right, and the match still hasn't ended. Vince gets switching music. And then, for good measure, Triple H breaks a sledgehammer on his back.
God.
And the head of the sledgehammer just flies across the ring. I love that.
I didn't realise, I couldn't remember that bit happened. I didn't realise that they must have used a gimmick sledgehammer.
Must have done.
But I thought the only time he'd used that was on Undertaker, where it ended up causing more damage because the head fell off. So after that, he decided, no, the gimmick ones aren't very good. He only uses regular ones. But that...
Yeah, but the visual of that, the crack that you heard from it as well. Yeah. Ooh, lovely stuff.
Yeah. 25 minutes, DX win. Triple H pins Vince.
Big Davey Meltz, 3 1/4.
It wasn't a classic.
No, it wasn't.
But I loved every second of it.
In the context of it was very disappointing. Because as I said, like, they were hyping like how big the new cell was.
Yeah.
And Shane McMahon was in there. And then nothing happened. So I think everyone was waiting for something like massive to happen. It just didn't.
When you think about it, it's more for the moments, that one, innit? With the Vince trying to get Shawn to join the Kiss My Ass.
Yeah, I think it's
Vince
better watching it afterwards rather than watching it at the time.
But it's still a really good match.
But also the way they presented the storyline, it didn't feel like it needed this level of violence. You know what I mean?
It also didn't feel like it needed Big Show really. I get why they've done it, but I would have anybody else other than Big Show.
The storyline,
yeah.
The McMahons would have been looked pretty stupid.
No.
Two non-wrestlers put themselves in a hell of a cell. Two full-time wrestlers.
What I more mean is I don't think it needs to be Big Show because of him being ECW champ. I'd have maybe put another big man. I don't know if it was around at the time that was a big lad, but use the Spirit Squad because they were teaming together, weren't they, at one point?
That would have been shit though. 7
I know. I'm not saying it'd been good.
That's for the Tower of Doom levels, that, isn't it? 7-on-2.
That would have been a better match, wouldn't it? Tower of Doom.
Yeah.
How great would that have been?
Yeah.
Cheeky little Tower of Doom.
Cheeky little Tower of Doom. So I was, I enjoyed it. For Hell in a Cells are not going to be clinics, and they're definitely not going to be wrestling clinics with Vince and Shane McMahon in them. So I thought it was a very good 25 minutes. I remember enjoying it at the time, and I enjoyed it.
It was enjoyable. Yeah,
enjoyable.
I enjoyed it more now, I say, because I wasn't waiting for that big spot. Whereas before, I was a 15-year-old kid, just bloodthirsty kid. Someone's day.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Right then, moving on to the next match, we've got a women's championship match. This is
lovely stuff.
Trish Stratus, again, you sound like King, against Lita. Lita is the champion. And this is Trish's retirement match in her hometown. I will say, I slagged King off earlier. He actually commentated this match like a normal person.
That's probably because he'd been told to because it's Trish's last match. I think if it wasn't Trish's last match, he'd be like, look at her cleavage. Oh my god. Nipples. Fuck off.
Right, Pete. Do you need to put your head in the fish, Pete? It's calm down.
No, I'm alright.
I reckon I ain't seen that fish in a while. I reckon it's been thrown out.
Yeah, it's downstairs somewhere. It's under the stairs.
Downstairs. That's where you wear it most, is it? Just sat in the living room.
just sat watching telly with my fish head on.
Because he does. Outrageous stuff. Yeah, Trish against Lita. Trish Stratus. Yeah, there was somebody she was only 4 years older than, and I forgot who it was.
She was only like 30 in this match, wasn't she?
She's 44 now.
She's really young now.
Randy Orton. Trish Stratus is only 4 years older than Randy Orton, which I just blew my head. Because Randy Orton seems... I don't know, she just seems to be around a lot earlier than Randy Orton, and Randy Orton was really young when he came around, wasn't he?
They all retired quite early, though, don't they? The women at the time.
Yeah.
I guess it's different for women, isn't it?
I was going to say, I suppose if they want children and things, then...
Well, I haven't said that. Isn't Mickey James a mother?
Yeah. Leslie Evans. But they never
Becky,
did it they never did it in the peak. I guess
No.
the test to see if it'll change, I guess, is if Becky comes back, if she
Well,
wants to.
apparently, but then she got married to her husband, and now husband, on the 30th of September 2006. So you're wondering if like she knew she was getting married, so wanted to move on with her life, maybe.
Maybe she's in some sort of fitness.
Yeah, she's a fitness instructor or something now. Yeah.
Stratosphere yoga or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Quite rightly in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This match for 2006 Women's Championship match, I
Unbelievable,
thought was
Jeff.
excellent.
Yeah, it's
Good.
incredible.
It was a good year for the main event because Mickey James was in there as well, wasn't it? It was the three of them, wasn't it? Just having all the matches really between them.
Three
but they
bona
were-
fide Hall of Famers.
I was going to say they were the best
Yeah.
three by a mile, weren't
But
they?
then I think Lita left in Survivor Series after this.
Yeah, she wasn't long gone after this.
Yeah, which is a shame really because you've lost your two best workers, and then that's why you end up with Michelle McCool and Layla.
Yeah. And that
Check it.
god awful segment.
Check
Because-
it out in the archives.
Who is D until Beth Phoenix?
Yeah, well, that's it. There isn't anyone, is there? And that's the problem.
Yeah, and then Natalia didn't come until like 2010, something.
Yeah, she's been around a while now.
Yeah.
But it's like you say, it's only since Stephanie McMahon invented women's wrestling that obviously you've got a lot of depth within the women's
Yeah,
roster.
Don't say around about this match. I'm surprised she didn't go out there. You know what I mean? But I thought this match was thoroughly excellent. Lou, did you enjoy it?
I did. I
Were you
enjoyed it.
surprised that Trish won in her hometown on the last match?
I was. I remember being at the time like thinking it was a dead set that Lita was going to win.
Yeah, I thought, even watching this tonight, yesterday night,
The one thing that I thought they could have done,
4 a.m.
they could have done with doing the in-ring introductions. I know they only started doing it like they did it for the main event, didn't they? But it's
yeah, it would have been
more
nice.
common now. But it would have made it feel like a much bigger match.
And I
with
do
the
like that
in-ring
Lita-
introductions.
I do like that Trish was out last as well. Just to give it, because she deserved to be out last, didn't she, on this occasion? I don't usually agree with them coming out last when they're not champ, but on this one, to have that big pop and then it just to go silent before getting the match started didn't make any sense because the crowd loved this match.
I was glad the crowd got involved in it because it was
Yeah.
after a Hell in a Cell, which is obviously
Yeah.
why they're throwing the women's match on. But the pop she got when she came out was unbelievable.
And that's what I mean. It makes sense for her to go on last, doesn't it, in front of Lita, behind Lita, sorry.
And the crowd were dead into it all the way through. And
Yeah.
when she wins by putting a sharpshooter on her. She tried for Stratisfaction a few
Oh.
times. Doesn't hit it. Puts a sharpshooter on. We are in
Classic.
Canada. The crowd got absolutely mental. It was
Yeah.
bigger than any other pop any time on it.
Yeah.
11 minutes for a women's match. I mean, I know these two are the trailblazers, aren't they? These are the two they like to push out there into.
But usually, what is it around this time? 2.5, 4 minutes, something like that. And they didn't really miss a beat. The pair of them did, let's be honest.
No, very, very good.
And Lita's moonsault, unbelievable as well.
Yeah, it's not the best moonsault in wrestling though. That goes to
I'm not-
Io Shirai.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying it is the best moonsault in wrestling, but it's still a bloody good moonsault, especially for
Yeah.
this time.
It's really low here, isn't it? It's like a really low
Yeah.
trajectory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whereas Io Shirai is just flawless, isn't it?
And do you know what I like?
Keeps the leg straight. That's what makes it look even better.
Do you know what I like about this as well? Just a bloody feel good factor in it as well.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah, it was weird.
absolutely
Weird
feel
for it
good.
to happen. Yeah, it was like they were giving the crowd everything they wanted because they knew
Yeah.
they weren't going to win the main event.
my one issue with this match is it's not with the match.
Is it with Lillian Garcia?
Yes. Why
Yeah.
the fuck was Lillian
What?
Garcia
Yeah.
crying?
Yeah, that was annoying. I don't know why it
Yeah,
irritated
I
me
don't
so
get
much,
that.
but I was just like, ugh.
I didn't know. I didn't get that either.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised Molly Holly once stood on the stage.
Just laughing away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wrote that down as well for some reason. It irritated me.
Why was Lillian Garcia crying?
It didn't make any
Finish
sense,
my
yeah.
roast
Focus.
match.
Too much focus on Lillian.
Big Davey Meltz gave this 3.25 as well.
Four for me. 4.5 for this.
There was like what I thought an awkward botch where they were both on the ring post and they fell off,
Yeah.
which I don't think has happened.
Yeah, I think that was probably the only bit.
And
Wasn't
I think
it?
like Meltzer thinks he's like a diving judge, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they make a mistake or something, he just goes, right, oh no, that's just, I've got to give it like half a star less now because I'm the be all and end all of wrestling.
Yeah, I'd have given this a 4, I think.
But if you watch MMA or boxing or any other sort of fighting, it's not smooth, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Realistic.
No, not enough super kicks for old Melts.
Yeah.
For me, this is second best match of the night.
I don't think Dave Meltzer's ever give a women's match 5 stars.
Was he not really? Yeah, never. Not even any Japan ones.
I don't think so. No, because New Japan don't do women's wrestling, do they?
Ridiculous.
This is in Tokyo, don't it? That's 4.5.
It ain't going to be an AEW, is it? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
But,
That is a poor women's.
when
Yeah,
we get to Evolution at the end of next month, there's one that should have got 5 stars but didn't. But yeah, I thought 3.25 is a bit low. I think
It's just 4 at least.
It's definitely a 4.
it's a really good match.
It was for the time as well. So
I mean, I give everything 5 stars because it fits in the story.
yeah.
It's a 5-star wrestling match in my opinion.
But we're judging this match against women's matches now.
Well,
obviously, women's wrestling has come a hell of a long way in 14 years.
This would still be better than some women's wrestling matches now.
If this was on the main roster now, we'd be going mental for it.
Yeah.
At the time, it was even better, wasn't it? Really?
If it was in NXT, we'd be like, oh, it was alright. But if it was on the main roster, we'd be like, oh.
Here we go, girls.
Yeah.
There we have it. Trish Stratus is the new women's champion. 7
Vacated
times.
it and vacated it, didn't she?
Beat by Charlotte and Sasha because they just trade it every week, don't they?
Yeah, but they're the best two, are they? We'll get on to that again.
No, but they did for a while, didn't they?
Yeah, it did. It was good. Great start.
No longer the most women's champion ever. She can't.
No, Charlotte's on like 9 now, isn't she, I think?
Right, there we go.
I'm sure at least, 4 of them are like less than a week.
Trish is the new champion. King behaved himself all the way through. Teddy Long on the run though. That was creepy, wasn't
it was a great time, wasn't
it? Rubbing his hands together.
Yeah.
He just waited for the main event. He's excited.
I mean, he's just seen 2 women in the ring and he sat there.
Is this the one where he was like really getting onto the music? So is this match?
No, just rubbing his hands together with a real
No, the one where he was bopping his head in time with the music was later on.
Classic.
Yeah, he loved it, didn't he?
Outrageous. We then move on to Todd Grisham. Remember Todd Grisham? He was a thing, wasn't he?
He's not very good, is he?
He's not like fucking. He's in UFC now.
He's DAZN's commentator.
Yeah, he was in UFC for a bit, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He did UFC. He now does boxing on DAZN.
Ah, there we go.
So it's absolutely massive now. He's interviewing Randy Orton, and Randy Orton just rips on Canada and Trish basically. I thought this was a bit weird, but having done some research,
they're in a storyline, weren't they?
So Carlito was in a relationship with Trish Stratus. Randy Orton is about to face Carlito, and this feud come about because Orton apparently tried to attack Trish backstage. No context to that. I don't know why that happened.
Classic Randall Keith.
No, I think I remember it. It was because Randy Orton had just lost to Hulk Hogan.
Right.
And Carlito said that Hulk Hogan winning was pretty cool.
That makes sense. So Randy Orton decided he could probably, I imagine, punt.
I don't think he was doing a punt at this point. I think it was just RKOing people.
It was a punt. Did he go bald for the punt?
Yeah, that was later on. That was like WrestleMania 25, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he was punting around this time, was he?
Speaking of Hulk Hogan, Randy Orton, fucking Hogan, man. Orton should have won that, 100%. And apparently that was going to be the finish, wasn't it? Until Hogan said that, don't wait for me, brother.
Yeah. It was on like second as well, wasn't it? He was on happy to pay off, so he left.
Yeah.
That was his last ever match in WWE, actually, wasn't it?
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Did Hogan, I don't know if I'm making this up now, but did Hogan not say something like, he can win the next one and then left?
No, I think that was Shawn Michaels did that.
Shawn Michaels?
Yeah. Possibly.
It's just fucking shit.
He used to come back like every SummerSlam for some reason, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was his last one, 2006. So I think apparently I can't remember what he was on. I think he told Conrad or he told Eric Bischoff on he was on Conrad's podcast that he regrets his last ever match ended up being in TNA.
Right.
Can't do it anymore.
He's got really bad knees, hasn't he?
A DX for the last match.
So it brings us on to the second to last match. Randy Orton against Carlito. I love Orton's music, and I know he didn't like it, and I know he prefers the one he's got now, but I think this is just peak Randy Orton.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for his current character, does it? But he did it at the time because he's a petulant little child who didn't get his own way, so it makes sense.
I just loved it. Everything about it. Maybe it's what they say in it. When you start watching something, that's your favourite version, which is why I think I am obsessed with American Badass Undertaker.
Nobody's. Why?
He's great.
It's just an angry ginger guy. It's rubbish.
Well, absolutely loved it. But I think that's probably why I enjoy this Orton more.
Yeah. His pyro was great.
Yeah.
It looked even better with his set as well.
It did. It's not his best pyro, though. His best pyro is at One Night Stand.
It's in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to happen in this one as well. It didn't, but I thought there was quite a lot hanging from the roof.
Yeah, I don't think they can fit the pyro up there. They've got the belts, they've got the
cage. There's quite a bit of learning.
No. So this match only goes 8 minutes. Orton's bust open pretty badly in the mouth by a rogue elbow from Carlito. And then Carlito reversed the RKO into a backstabber. And is that not his finish? He just didn't pin him, did he?
I think it was his finish, yeah.
I always thought it was his finish. And then, probably, this may well have been the start of the RKO out of nowhere. Orton reversed the springboard sort of jump into an RKO. Orton wins by pinfall, 8 minutes. What did you think, Lou?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed this match at the time. I just remember that finish. I don't remember anything about it, really, other than the finish.
It's a bit like the Evan Bourne one. That's how you can
where it's on this. Is it Shooting Star Splash?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a great one in AJ Styles as well after like a 450 or something daft.
Terry Peters, did you enjoy Randy Orton vs Carlito?
Oh, it was bloody lovely, wasn't it?
Lovely.
For a short match, I wish it could have had a couple more minutes, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And that RKO was beautiful.
Yeah, this is where I would have took the minutes from the Jeff Hardy match, because that could have gone 14 minutes and been a perfectly acceptable match, and this could have gone 11.
Yeah, I agree.
I just kind of like the way that this ended when it felt like it was too early. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just came out of nowhere.
I was going to say it was out of nowhere.
They weren't really building to the finish at all. It just finished.
Could have done that 3 minutes later, though.
Yeah, true, but like, how long's the Carlito match going to go?
Sure. No apples. Did he even bring out an apple with him?
No, he's not.
No, he just spat him around the
I think they were looking to push him towards the main event at this point, I'm sure they were.
He's a weird one, Carlito, isn't he? Because he seems pretty good, and I just don't know why he never really went any further.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't the
I think on Bruce Pritchard's, he just said he was just a bit silly. You know what I mean? Like,
I think he thought he was better than what he was, didn't he? Because of what has gone on in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
It was in the Elimination Chamber, wasn't it, at the start of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Chris Masters.
Yeah. When he screwed Chris Masters out, didn't he? Well, we have 8 minutes then. Around the Orton and Carlito. Moving on to the main event. TLC for the WWE Championship. Edge against John Cena. So Edge won the title in Cena's hometown at SummerSlam earlier on in the year. That's Boston, Massachusetts, I believe, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Edge
then made the rated R spinner belt. Lou, you've got some strong opinions on belts.
Yeah, I hated this. Apparently,
too clunky.
It was mainly because the whole promo was like, out with the old John Cena one. They just brought the same thing back.
Yeah.
But apparently he was going to have a custom design, but he couldn't get it made in time.
Yeah, right.
So that was the best they came up with.
They did this instead, yeah.
The only, just take a second off the segment, just chuck the old one in the river. The only redeeming factor about the spinner belt, the R spinner belt, is that at least the R stays the right way, unlike the original spinner belt.
Yeah.
Where it was too heavy on the other side. So Edge has got the new rated R spinner belt. He wants to move on from John Cena, but Cena keeps attacking him, so Edge wants to get rid of him. Cena then says, right, give me one more shot, and if he loses, I'll go to SmackDown. You notice how they never mention ECW.
No,
Friends
ECW,
and I could see him going to SmackDown, but they still said it. Could have at least pretended that he could have gone to SmackDown.
It made a lot of sense though for Cena to go to SmackDown. Like, even when we were talking about it, I was like, why didn't he send him to SmackDown? Because they were debuting on a new network on that Friday, weren't they?
Yeah.
Like, it would have made a lot of sense to put Cena on.
Should have done it, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it'd have been a lot better.
I was convinced they were going to do it.
Would Taker come back though?
Yeah, Taker and Batista.
Taker and Batista. Maybe that's why they didn't put Cena on. Who else would have been on Raw? Was the
I know, they could have done it just for that one show, get a proper rating.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Could have carried on the feud and then he could have come back, couldn't he?
Yeah, proper rating. That's all about.
Yeah, could have done that. So yeah, he wants one more shot. Edge says, you can have your shot, but I want to pick the terms of it. So he's chosen a TLC, a match that Cena's never been in and Edge has never lost. And he wants to do it in his hometown of Toronto, which is lucky. There's a pay-per-view coming up there. I'd have picked somewhere else that they had no plans on going to, wouldn't you?
Yeah, just doing like Cambodia. Cambodia.
We're going to fight in the North Pole, Cena. Yeah. You've got to wait till we get there, though.
The North Pole match could do that. Cinematic.
Yes.
North Pole on a pole match.
Yeah.
North on the pole match. So many layers. I was just going to say something then, but we got sidetracked by the... I figured out what it was. It's the second ever singles TLC match for the world title. Can anybody name the first?
Yeah, it's Edge versus Ric Flair, wasn't it?
Yeah, on Raw.
Yeah, Raw Roulette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
Yeah, because before then it was only a tag match when it was weird to have singles matches, TLC matches. And again, TLC is another one. It needs to go away for a while now.
Oh, it does.
I hate I hate the pay-per-views.
I hate
Hell in
chair
a Cell and
matches.
TLC. Also, how the hell are they going to do Hell in a Cell and TLC this year in the Thunderdome? It's going to be rubbish. Just don't do it.
I don't think they will.
They've announced Hell in a Cell. It's like end of the month, end of October.
There's no feuds currently. Hell, unless it's some sort of mad.
But also, there's no fans. They're going mental. Just don't do it. Just do like fucking No Mercy or something. Or Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Bring that back. It could be weird.
I agree with you.
Battle Royal at the Albert Hall. It's just something that's like
coming soon.
Yeah.
It just needs. This
Fall
is the
Brawl.
problem. This is the
Halloween
problem with
Havoc.
the.
Halloween fucking Havoc. Bring that back.
Was he not considering doing that?
Yeah, but I think they were thinking of doing it for NXT, weren't they? But Teco was like 4th of October, so it's too soon.
Halloween Havoc, but they're all cinematic.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Trick or
Very
treat match.
More ninja fights, please.
Right, so yeah, but more ninja fights, and then Samoa Joe afterwards saying, "Well, you can't trust ninja." Or whatever he said. Ninja's a Rooney day.
Oh, so Joe.
I didn't realise that was a TNA reference because he got kidnapped by ninjas in TNA, apparently.
And then they died.
Yeah.
Oh god, I want to watch that program. Whatever was going on there. But yeah, that is the issue with these themed pay-per-views. You just get sick of the matches.
This match, well, both matches on this card were really meant for they're both feud enders.
Yeah.
I think Cena and Edge went for one more match, but it was mainly to set up the next storyline, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they both,
They had a cage match on Raw.
yeah, but then it set up the DX feud.
Rated RKO, yeah.
Yeah, and the Trevor Murdoch and whatever that was.
No, it's because Edge got Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade to help him, and DX were in a feud with him for whatever reason, and then I think Shawn Michaels super kicked Trevor Murdoch into the cage, which stopped Edge winning it.
Yeah.
So Edge won DX.
I remember that backstage promo where Trevor Murdoch was like, "Where do you think you're going?" Triple H was like, "Right through you," and they had a fight, which Cade and Murdoch won. Backstage, it was mad. Yeah.
Tag team champs, aren't they?
Yeah, he's in NWA now, isn't he?
Oh, Murdoch.
Yeah,
He had a match with
Ice Cube and what was the other one?
Easy.
He's dead. You sick, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, sick you.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he had a match with Nick Aldis, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but there's no feuds now that warrant a TLC or a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, so don't do it.
Because they've not had enough time to build it, so don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Should be agree with a feud ender. I liked it when it was only Undertaker and Triple H who had the TLC, the Hell in a Cell.
Well, themselves, yeah.
And then they finally had one together. But I think at that point they'd already been ones around, hadn't they? But yeah, I liked it when it was just those two.
It's just like a personal match, isn't it? Not have anymore. And what Great Khali, he's got his Punjabi prison, that's about it.
No, Jinder Mahal's got that now.
Yeah, that is true. No, Khali wasn't even in the first one, was he? Big Show.
No, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Biggest swerve ever by Teddy Long. Right, let's get into the actual match then. So Edge comes out first, is massively cheered. Of course, he is in Toronto. The commentary team, King, is wondering why he's getting cheered.
Yeah, it was a bit odd that, because it was obvious.
Yeah.
They were building up to the fact that he was going to get cheered for ages.
Yeah.
And there's video packages on Raw of him like throwing out the first pitch at Blue Jays game and stuff.
And Cena's, he made a big point about how it's in his hometown.
Yeah.
Part of the match. Cena's obviously booed, but he's been getting booed for ages. This is Super Cena time, isn't it? Everyone's sick of him. But
I was going to say he got massively booed, didn't he, at this point. I don't like that he was out second either.
But they wanted the pop for Edge, the initial one.
Do it like buddy Lita got. Trish got.
Well, I think your championship shows can't last.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Rubbish decision.
Yeah.
It's not having it, Peters.
No. I agree
Edge-
with Peters. Not having it.
Edge looked very emotional, didn't he?
He did. It's a big deal for him.
Yeah, it's just like
I'm presuming this is the first time he was back in Canada with the world title.
as champion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he only won it he started winning it in 2006.
Yeah, I was going to say it was the
Was
start
this
of
his
the year, wasn't
second or third spell, but all in the same year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He swapped it a few times, didn't he?
Yeah.
He started at New Year's Revolution 2006.
Which we're definitely doing next year. Definitely.
Yeah, I do like New Year's Revolution.
It is good. Edge gets a lot of offense in this match, doesn't he? Which makes sense because he's the He's the
hometown
TLC expert.
hero.
Well, he's the TLC expert, isn't he? 'Cause he's not been in it, so you'd think. But they still managed to do some innovative stuff. I mean, I know there's probably not been that many TLCs beforehand, but they do a hell of a lot of the triple threat matches, don't they?
Just say Cena's not been in one as well.
Yeah, like he drop kicks a ladder at one point. I always like when they did a reverse DDT onto 2 chairs. But anything onto 2 chairs set up right, I think just looks painful.
Yeah.
I think, what would I not like to take? Going through a table, yeah, would hurt, but not as much as going and hitting yourself on a solid chair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just only bend, but like not bend too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just looks like it's gonna hurt, doesn't it?
You're like, oh, that's what you like.
And those steel chairs are sturdy things.
Yeah, but you've got some
Yeah.
experience with steel chair, you know.
Yeah, I've got
I
some.
have as well.
Yeah, what happened like the first week you had your steel chairs?
Well, I just see what I thought. I thought I'd try swinging over my head, see what it was like, and took out a light fitting, didn't I?
Was anybody else in the house with you?
No, I was on my own.
How old was you?
So
29 years of age.
I was 28. Is it last year? I'm 28.
Oh, it's
Big-
alright then. He was 28.
I
That's
guess it was fine. Yeah.
Big dumb idiot.
Took out his own bloody light fitting.
Honestly,
Christ.
it came clean off. I've still got it upstairs, the old one.
So you get for swinging chairs, isn't
Chair swinging freak.
it? Rest in peace, Fellas Mahoney. Yeah, what else I like? There was a weird botched sunset flip, which is probably why Meltzer didn't give it 5 stars, I'm guessing.
He gave it 4 3/4, didn't he?
No, he gave it 4 1/4.
4 1/4, is that it?
Yeah.
That's wrong. It's wrong. But Edge they botch it, but then they turn it into a power slam through a table, which I enjoyed. I did like Cena's STFU on Edge while he's in between the ladder.
That looked so painful.
It looked like an actual painful SCFU from Cena, which is good.
Yeah,
You don't normally get them.
that's what you love. They sort of a little throwback to Edge and Jeff Hardy. Edge speaking Cena like sort of not as high, halfway off the ladder.
Yeah, Cena looked like he wasn't taking that many bumps, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like I think Cena's big spot, he went feet first, didn't he?
He did go through the table.
The one
Yeah,
where
but he landed with his feet.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
The one where he
the one on the outside.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the one where he looked stiffest, where he was like proper clinging onto the ladder, like proper just like.
Yeah.
"Ooh."
Yeah, the
I
speed
mean,
off
I
the
would
ladder
do
was
as
very
well.
good because he was only like 2 steps up. Like.
Yeah, it didn't look as good. So Cena, he climbs up the ladder, he's about to win, and then Lita comes back out, and the crowd were booing her like hell earlier on, but they're cheering her now.
Some strong language from the King and JR, isn't he?
Yeah,
Bitch. Just like constant references to bitch.
yeah,
A bit much.
yeah. There's a lot of commentary from this area, which is a bit much.
Yeah.
But anyway, she comes out and she tips the ladder, and then Cena, to his credit, does go from the top of like a 16-foot ladder through a table.
It is, yeah. Yeah, but he went feet first. Just didn't look right. I don't know. It just looked awkward the way he
It
did
does
it.
look like a jump off. Whereas Bubba Ray's the expert at it. Bubba
Yeah.
Ray, one of the TLC,
Hang off
where
till like last minute.
he's tipped and he goes just side on, doesn't he? He don't move
Yeah.
all the way through it. Yeah, well, so maybe Edge saw that. Then later on, he thinks, no, I'll show you how to do it better, Cena. Because same happens to him, doesn't he? He goes for another table on the outside.
Yeah. I was convinced when I watched it at the time that Edge and Lita were going to split up because of that.
Because Lita hits Cena with a chair,
Yeah.
which then knocked into...
Which basically essentially cost him the championship, yeah. I thought that was going to be a big storyline the next night, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, Cena then FUs Lita, puts her right out of the match. Edge gets back up.
Yeah, I thought
Not
she
even
was going
down
for
that
those
one.
two. I forgot what the match was happening. I thought she was going for those 2 tables, because he awkwardly had to put him back up, didn't
Yeah, because he knocked one off
Yeah.
with the ladder, and
he? Yeah.
And then Edge gets back up, climbs to the top of the ladder. Cena FUs him through 2 tables, which means set up. Cena gets the belt and wins 25 minutes. Cena's the new champ.
Reluctantly won, didn't he?
Yeah.
Took his
He
time
didn't, look
about
happy,
it.
he didn't look happy to win, though, did he? He was shaking his head and...
He probably wanted to get Super Cena was expecting the cheers, and not the boos.
I don't think he does expect him.
Yeah, I think it was more that he just thought he shouldn't have won. I don't know. It just looked a bit odd.
Because there's a lot about Cena where I think he genuinely cares what people think, and I think he sometimes is booked into corners. You think about how he is now, and he's like so in with the smarks in it because I think he wants to be remembered as a legend. It will anyhow. He should be anyhow. That's what I'm saying. But
he's on the Mount Rushmore, isn't
He's got to be, hasn't he? In terms of, he's up there with Hogan and Austin, Charlie, the run he's had.
I see. Everyone's like, "Oh, what's your wrestling like? It must be really difficult." I think it's just Rock, Cena, Austin, Hogan, and that's it. Like, I don't see how you can put anyone else on it.
I think it's whatever you like, though, isn't it? That's the thing.
I'm not saying this because he was a good wrestler. I'm not saying this because in terms of wrestling ability, but Ric Flair was a big draw in a lot of places. And I just don't think we was where late 90s fans, so I just don't think we was around.
Yeah.
We heard that much of it.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one who you keep on. I think you have to keep Austin, you have to keep Rock, you have to keep Austin, you have to keep Hogan, you have to keep Cena. It would be between Flair and The Rock. And my only thing with The Rock is he wasn't around as long as the others.
No, but he had the biggest impact, didn't he?
That is true.
That's a funny podcast for itself, isn't it? The Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's why it's difficult.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's easy for me. Decided.
It's easy
so that's it.
Easy
So if you're
sorry.
thinking of tweeting it, what's your hashtag Mount Rushmore wrestlers? Don't bother because I've just decided for you. Right?
We're gonna do
Rock, Hogan, Cena, Austin. That's it, right?
We're going to do a special at some point where I saw Edge and Christian do this years ago on their podcast where they did several Mount Rushmores. So they did like the Mount Rushmores of wrestling and they did like an announcement and then I think they did tag teams.
Yeah, right.
That's the podcast in itself, isn't it? We can do an hour doing that.
Yeah.
So we could do our favourite wrestlers because I don't think any of them would be on my favourite wrestlers. Maybe Austin. Not who you think should be on the Mount Rushmore, but your actual favourite. So it's something to think about.
Oh yeah, so the coach on Mount Rushmore, can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
It's a bonus, but you could do GMs as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, that'd be this. And you could do like hard seltzers, so you on Mike. What else we got? That's it at the moment. It's just fun.
Black cherry, lemon,
Alka.
That's all we got.
Loads of stuff. For me, back to this match. This match, I think, is one of the better single TLCs. It's not as much chaos as the tag team ones, but I think
there's enough chaos though.
5 stars because the story was great.
Yeah, I prefer tag team TLCs as a rule. I think this was awesome.
I think they worked better as a tag team as a matchup, but with the storyline going into this and everything else that was going on at the time, I think this was a really well set up match.
It's a bit annoying that the Ric Flair match happened in it. This could have been the first single TLC.
Yeah.
Oh, we could have waited, and it could have been the King versus Miz. So
And I think the amount of bumps in this as well that Cena and Edge took, I was just like, oh my god, it's ridiculous. When Edge missed the 2 tables and just hit the 1 as well, I was like, ooh, that's gonna hurt. Like, there's no getting about that.
When they tipped off tables, they always missed the first table.
I know, but
I think it's just there. You need to put more tables than you're going to hit.
Yeah, usually they have like 4 though, don't they? On that spot, and they only had the 2, and he missed 1. Yeah, we don't have Matt Hardy almost getting killed.
Yeah,
that's good, isn't it? Good.
Which is safe, good. A good, safe professional wrestling.
And if he had been, I imagine it wouldn't have gone on.
Yeah, stop the match.
Imagine about 5 minutes or whatever. Yeah, I think I agree with what you're saying with the tag teams because when one's down here, there's not a right lot else you can do as they either keep attacking them or go try and win the belt, and then you can't sell anything as well as you probably should because you've got to stop them. You don't want the match to end up quickly.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Like a lot of matches are a bit weird, like in general, aren't they? Like you have to ignore logic sometimes. You got to injure your opponent to do some cool spots, and really you don't.
Yeah.
If you're doing a swanton off a ladder, if you've got time to climb up for a swanton, you've got time to climb up the belt.
Exactly.
So you need to kind of ignore logic. It's just another wrestling thing, though, isn't it? Like if you put logic in wrestling, you won't have the Irish whip.
Yeah, but as we've said many times,
you can't use logic in wrestling.
No.
Lou, is this your favourite TLC match of all time?
No. No. I think I prefer the tag matches, like the SummerSlam.
Is it your favourite singles TLC then?
I don't know, because I remember it leaves a sour taste in my mouth, because I was an angry 15-year-old kid watching this, and I was just so fucking pissed off that Edge lost. I hated this match at the time. Just fuming.
Having watched it back.
Yeah, it's a good match, funny. But I still got annoyed.
I still get annoyed at the Edge Cena feud because I don't think Edge won as many times as he should have. Yet he's like a 5-time champion at the end of it.
Yeah, I thought I should have won it. But yeah, I want Edge to be champion forever. Even now, just hold it now. But yeah, but no, it was a really, really good match. It was just a top pay-per-view, wasn't it, from start to...
It was incredibly good, and a bit of a sleeper, isn't it? No one ever talks about Unforgiven 2006. Yeah, it's got Hell in a Cell.
I think it's my favourite show, the ones we've done.
Oh, do you really?
Big praise, I know.
More than NXT?
More than Beast in the East. I'm going to take out Takeover Dallas because I was there, so that's different. I think that hits different, doesn't it? But out of the others, yeah, I think it's my favourite.
Terry Peters, would you also say this is your favourite show we've done? I know you're a big fan of one of the early 2000s ones.
I would say it's very close. Maybe I don't know if I've just got that nostalgia feeling, which I probably have, and I know I shouldn't. Takeover Dallas is obviously the best one because we were there. I would say that I don't know. In terms of matches, this is better than SummerSlam 2000, but the nostalgia, SummerSlam 2000 is just better, isn't it?
Yeah, there we have it. What would you give this score out of 10 then? 6.5?
6.65. No, I don't know. About an 8.2.
8. Oh, I'd give it a 9.
Maybe an 8.5.
I'd give it a 9. I just really didn't like the Spirit Squad and Highlands.
Yeah, I just really didn't like that, and I really wanted Randy Orton to go a couple more minutes. But Big Show's big ass brings it up a bit as well. So.
There you go.
No, it's true. Yeah, for Big Show's ass alone, it's 11. It's 11, isn't it? So I didn't get banned. It's like basically almost naked Big Show on the screen.
Oh god!
It's when he was hanging upside down. I was like, oh my god, someone's going to drop out here.
He went up there, didn't he? And I just went, if you're in that front row, you've seen the Big Show, haven't you?
You've seen Big Show's little
why
show.
Why was Kevin Dunn like, yeah, keep it on that shot, keep it on that shot? Like, that was the worst shot you wanted, surely.
The only other thing the only other worst shot would have been a camera in Big Show's anus. Actually just plonked in the anus and seeing Vince McMahon's face coming towards it.
Oh, that was like your cinematic style.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have enjoyed I don't think that'd have been as bad as you think. Obviously, I don't want to be there.
Full examination cam, but
yeah, I don't want to be there when the camera's inserted. I don't want that filming. But you don't see the ass then, do you? You just see Vince.
Just see Vince go like.
So I would suggest that seeing a fully naked Big Show would be worse than seeing Vince.
I think no, you would have had to pay Big Show more than the entire pay-per-view in House Takens. To get him to insert a camera in his anus.
Oh, would you?
For the purpose of his dramatic shot. Oh, he's a company man, I guess, isn't he?
Take it, done it straight away.
And then you could really see why Vince McMahon kept his head in there for so long as well.
Maybe he was looking for the camera, but he was there. He just got the perfect shot.
You think he would do? Damn it! There's supposed to be a camera in here. God damn it!
What's that mean? Take me to the sun, bitch.
Oh. There we have it then. Unforgiven 2006. Big naked Big Show ass.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's justified though to all the kiss my ass clubs, isn't it? If he can get his head rammed up the Big Show's ass.
I think that was the idea behind it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One for the boys, in it, but the boys loving it. The Big Show, I bet Big Show was absolutely loving it. I'd love to have seen his face.
Yeah, that was the money shot that they missed on it.
You think Big Show walked back to the, because he was the only one walking. He was still got stretches out of the Vince and Shane. He walked back and just immediate high fives. Absolute hero.
Laughing his head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
what a show.
What a show. What a big show. What a good show as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully then, next week, as I did say at the start, it is Unforgiven season. Slightly, because we're doing 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
2000, 6 years previous, is as good. Say, Peters, you were a big fan of WWF in 2000s. Like the actual year 2000.
I once again had this on VHS, and it is magnifique.
Better than this one?
Obviously.
Better than SummerSlam?
I don't know. You'll have to ask me that next week once I've rewatched it.
Better than Road Wild 98.
Yes.
What, with Jay Leno?
Jay Leno, isn't it? Has this got Jay Leno?
No.
Has it got
No,
time?
It's
Has it
got
got
pro-
time?
it- No, it's got proper wrestling in it with proper characters and actual storylines that make sense in a company that's still running 20 years later.
Oh, so you got Gary Coleman.
No, shut up.
Has it got Tower of Doom?
Yeah, how many cages stacked on top of each other at the end? Just out of interest.
It has got a cage match in it.
What, just one single
Yeah.
cage?
Just one
With
single
no roof?
cage.
One
is
single
this?
cage with no roof?
Yeah, no roof.
Is it the minor leagues? One single cage going on.
You'll find out, won't you, next week?
Yeah, I guess we will. Lou, have you seen this before?
I don't think I have. No,
Oh, you're in for a treat.
I'm in for a treat.
I have, but nothing's springing out.
Oh, there's plenty of stuff that springs
I
up.
know I've watched them all because I've just watched that every single one from that. Is it the one where Austin returns?
Yeah,
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, then I've seen it.
I know that because
And it's quite good.
I've already done the screen grab for the thumbnail.
So
I'm on it.
I know exactly what your screen grab is, I think.
Wrestling around is organised. And then the week after that, we're going to, I believe, a SmackDown pay-per-view. No Mercy
Nah.
07.
Nah.
Is it not? Are they
Nah.
joined back together?
Let's join it together. Yeah, it's just all
Ah, I think I haven't seen
Go
that.
on.
So I missed that.
Whoa.
I checked out of wrestling at that point, so...
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's
It-
got like 3 title matches. No, 4 title matches. World
Oh.
title matches.
Lovely.
Punjabi prison. Last man standing. It's gonna be awesome.
You just got a thing with cages, you want you?
Just different enclosures.
Unconventional cage matches is what
Yeah.
you for wrestling.
You make it out of bamboo, sharpened bamboo. I'm there.
Yeah,
They hate each other with big leaves. How can you not love it?
it's like a bloody Dalton Castle match.
It's big leaves.
Terry Peters, have you seen No Mercy 07?
No, I've never seen it. I'm intrigued.
Intrigued. Terry Peters is intrigued, so everybody else should be intrigued as well. Either to watch and find out what we say, or listen to us to get your news, because people do that, Lou. People listen to this to find out old wrestling results.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then what have you told me any different?
Yeah, I know I keep going out spoilers, but people are like, I've not watched that for 13 years, but I'll listen to the rest of our podcast to get the results. Don't spoil it beforehand. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what
Sure.
people do.
I'm sure that happens. Yeah.
That's 100% what happens. So you can, well, Terry Peters, you've already had a cheap plug. I'll give you another one here, because I'm some nice guy. Where can we find you?
Twitch.tv/Bell Nation, YouTube Bell Nation, Twitter Bell Nation, and at TesFishPod, and Instagram RL92.
Watch him get sacked on a Friday night they say
Well,
Friday night.
Yeah,
Watch him,
done one. Where's it been? Is it on tonight?
Yeah.
There's one right after this, isn't it?
No, I'm going to bed after this.
What?
Early start.
outrageous.
Well, early start to the stream.
Yeah.
What are you you're not doing out tomorrow? It's the weekend.
I've got a house viewing.
What are you doing?
No, you moved house.
Hopefully.
Terry Peters is moving house.
Moving on.
Somebody out there, the wrestling around audience, buy Terry Peters' house
I'm
from
moving to a Tower of Doom.
Yeah, that'd be a good selling point, isn't it? Like, if you actually don't sell your house, because if you give us a 5-star review, you can enter a draw for Terry's house.
Not happening.
Right, doing them things, everyone enters £1 and then getting like $500,000 or whatever.
Because that wouldn't happen to me. I'd end up with about 50 quid.
Yeah, but then you fix it, don't you? You rig it. That's Lou. He knows the thing about rigging draws on there.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Then you rig it, don't you? And Kaylee wins it, or you win it, or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we'll find out.
Or like your dad wins it, and then you get it. It stays in the family. That's what I would do.
I'd just rather keep it and not raffle it.
Well, this is
it's around.
Where can we find you, Lou?
Well,
you can
steal
find
my
me.
lines. Lou, where can we find you?
You can find me at Lou Markham on Twitter and Instagram, and you can follow Mike's Hard Seltzer at Mike's Hard_UK on Twitter.
There we go. You can find me on Twitter as at DRossM. Breaking news, everyone. I did a tweet. First time in like 8 years.
What? He did a tweet.
So I did an actual tweet. Find out what that tweet is at DRossM on Twitter.
Did a tweet.
So, you can find us all at Res Around, WRES Around. We get up to all kinds of shenanigans on Twitter. Live tweeting stuff occasionally.
What did we do? Maybe, yeah. When's Clash of Champions? I might take a day off. I might not. We'll find out.
Find out. Follow us on Instagram. It's at Res Around as well. I'm assuming shenanigans on there as well.
Yeah, sometimes if I remember to do it.
What more of a glowing review do you need than that? Possible shenanigans if he remembers to do it. Follow us on Facebook at Wrestling Around Podcast. There are clips and all sorts of stuff on there. Let me clip for a while. We'll put your finger out.
All right.
But there's loads of art and there's good discussions occasionally.
There you go, some good debates.
Good debates. Like I say, if you've got anything you want us to cover or out like that or anything, you just want to tell us that you want to buy Terry Peters' house and you would be well interested in entering the draw, then wrestlingaroundoutlook.com. Wrestlingaroundoutlook.com. Send us all your business. If you are managing director of a seltzer company and you want Lou to try it, then that's the best place to email us there.
Yeah, send us free samples like your Mike did.
YouTube as well. Wrestling Around. We'll eventually do that at some point. It's hard with lockdown, and we're going to go back into another that way, so it's just hard.
Yeah. So we'll do that in like 4 years' time.
When the country's back to normal, and we're all 50, we've run out of things on the network because we watch one every week. Then,
we'll never run out. We'll never run out of the network.
Never know. Then we'll be doing YouTube. Thank you very much, Terry Peters and Lou, for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, didn't realise Elvis was in the building. Not the honky tonk man. Lou, just a quick one. I noticed you've been drinking some sort of fruit drink.
I have. I've had 2 lovely cans of crisp, refreshing Mike's Hard Seltzer. I've had the black cherry, and I've had the lemon. Both delicious. I'm gonna say it. I gotta give the black cherry a 10 out of 10. But the lemon is a solid 9.5 out of 10 as well. Mike's Hard Seltzer. Follow him, Mike's _hard. No, Mike's Hard _UK on Twitter. Or go to mikeshard.co.uk for more details on Mike's Hard Seltzer.
If you were to, did you enjoy them? If you were to say you was, I don't know, a follower?
Yeah, I think I've been really giving it the hard seltzer tonight. But yeah.
That was your opening to say, I'm a fan of seltzer, whatever you were saying earlier.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the seltzer.
Fucking spoon-fed him, and he still got it wrong.
Dave Seltzer.
He said too many seltzers.
6 stars. 6 stars from Dave Seltzer.
All right, join us next week then for Unforgiven 2000, and thank you very much for listening.